Make your
Yeah.
argument, yeah, and you can make it as long as you want. I don't mind. I'll listen.
If we can agree on a definition, then we begin. Then we can. I can begin
But the
putting
thing is,
forward the argument.
but the thing is, you talking about that verse, or you do not talking about that verse, does not like that's not my argument that Isa alayhi salam is dead just because of that verse, right?
What
That's the
is your
point.
argument that he is dead?
My
I watched
argument
the
is,
video.
yeah, my argument is Isa alayhi salam has died just like any other prophet because there is no proof he's alive. Why do I believe he's died? Because it's normal to die. Every single prophet has died. Every single human dies. But
We're
you,
not saying that it's a problem that he died. Sorry to interrupt you. Uh, but we just believe that that's not what happened.
yeah, that's fine. But the point I'm making
There's
is
no shame in that.
whether or not that verse was there in the Quran,
Uh-huh.
I would still believe he's dead because there's no proof he's alive. Even if
So
this
once
verse
again,
wasn't there. For
the
example,
Quran tells us that. Okay,
for
go ahead.
example, I tell you my great 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 grandfather from 500 years ago is still alive. Would you believe me without asking for proof?
Your great great grandfather is not a prophet.
Yeah, yeah. But if I
I
say that
understand
person
he's
was
not
alive, that person was alive 500 years ago, you wouldn't believe me until I show you proof. You'll ask me for proof,
okay.
100%,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, yeah, I would.
Yes.
I wish.
And the reason you're
What?
asking me for proof is because it's normal for people to die. It's
Yeah.
common, right? But if I say something extraordinary, then the burden of proof is on me to prove to you that he's
Okay.
alive.
What?
So this is why I'm saying that Isa alayhi salam is a prophet. Prophets are humans. He has died just like any other prophet. There's nothing special about him. So burden of proof is on you to prove that he has died. Whether or not this verse exists, 355, I'm not even using that as an argument to prove he's died. I'm not even using any verse. There is 30 plus
Okay.
verses in the Quran that says he is died, but I'm not using that because even if those did not exist, even then Isa alayhi salam would have died. I would believe he has died because there is no proof he's alive. So I'm asking for you to prove which verses, which ahadith you use to come to this conclusion that he's alive.
Okay. You accept the hadiths. Okay. What
Mm-hmm.
do you what do you think is in heaven right now? What do you think is up with Allah? We know that Isa is not with the other dead people because the dead people are in barzakh, right? Allah says, "I will raise you up to myself." So what part of him is up there? Is it his body? Is it his soul? Is it what is it? That's my question to you.
I told you already, we believe he has died, just like any other prophet.
Yeah,
So
I'm
all the
asking
prophets, yeah,
questions.
yeah,
Yeah,
and all the prophets are in heaven.
they're not.
Everyone believes it. Everyone believes it. It's an ahadith. There's too many ahadiths. Every single prophet is in heaven right now.
They're in barzakh.
The
That's not in
prophets,
heaven.
Dalil?
so Prophet ﷺ met them in Miraj in different levels of heaven,
Yeah, he
and we
did.
all know.
One, he didn't meet all of the prophets,
Yeah,
and two, wait,
yeah.
who's
So,
speaking like
but
that?
I'm just telling you my belief, right? So every
Yeah,
single prophet, wherever all the prophets are, this is
their
exactly the
souls.
where, yeah, their souls. This is exactly what happened to Isa alayhi salam. What
Okay,
happened to
so
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that's our
okay,
belief.
so his
Very simple.
soul is in heaven. His soul is in heaven. That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
His soul is up.
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying? His body and soul? What are you
No,
trying
no,
to
no.
say?
Obviously not, because he has died. If
Yeah.
once you're dead, your body is not in the heavens. That's common.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So yeah,
is his body on Earth? I mean, just to clarify.
Of course,
yes.
like Prophet Sallam's any prophet's body is in heaven, is on the earth.
But
But
I'm
that's
asking.
different, isn't it?
Bro, I'm telling you
Because
my claim,
the
and
default.
let him give
Yeah, that's
proof
cool. That's
against it.
cool.
Wait. Just don't
Yeah, no
interrupt.
problem.
Wait.
But sorry, my bad. Sorry.
Wait. So his soul is in heaven. That's the simple thing. His soul is in heaven. That's what you believe, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he's not physically in heaven.
No, bro. Of course not.
Then why are we told in many hadiths that he will descend from the heavens?
Okay, go ahead. Just make. Don't ask me questions, bro. Just make your point, and I'll answer that. Because then
This is
it's
a
too much.
discussion. I can ask you a question. It's fine.
No, you're making a point that a hadith
Okay,
mentions that he will descend from the heavens, right?
that's my point. That's my point. How
Mm-hmm.
is he going to descend if he's not in heaven? That's it. That's the
Okay,
end.
go ahead. Can you also give the hadith that says he will descend from the
Yeah.
heavens? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then
One
you
sec.
can.
Sahih al-Bukhari 3448 and Sahih Muslim 155a.
I'm gonna open it for
Yeah.
the YouTube viewers as well. Say again, Sahih Bukhari, which number? Bukhari which?
3,448.
Right. Opened it.
Yeah.
And can you read the part which says that he will descend from the heavens?
By him, in whose hand my soul is, surely Jesus, the Son of Mary, will soon descend amongst you and will judge mankind justly.
Mm-hmm. And you're saying this is saying he's descending from the heavens?
Yeah.
Where?
Go to the Arabic. The word is as-samawat.
Oh,
Wait.
okay. Let's read it.
Wait. Let me find it. Wait.
Here, la yushikanna an yanzila fikum ibn Maryam hakman adalan.
Oh, wait. Maybe this isn't the right one. One sec.
You can tell me any hadith and I can open it here for everyone else.
Okay, so it doesn't say from the heavens. I'll admit that. But where is he descending from? Where do you think he's descending from?
I don't believe this talks about physical descending, and even if it does not prove he's alive right now. That's the point.
Okay. I'm saying.
Why do you believe he's alive? That's the point I'm asking. Why do you believe he's alive in the heavens with physical body? Does Quran say that? If yes,
how is he going to descend without a body?
Do you know Arabic?
Yes.
How did cattle's descend? Because Quran says that they were sent down.
What verse?
I'm giving you.
Yeah.
Quran 39:6. I'm going to open it.
Yeah. You went past it.
Here it is. He has sent down for you 8 heads of cattle in pairs. Same word. وَأَنزَلَ لَكُم مِّنَ الْأَنْعَامِ ثَمَانِيَّ أَزْوَاجٍ.
From where?
Sent down. Anzala. Same word.
Okay.
So my point is very simple. Even if this hadith says, the one that you quoted, that he's descending, right? It does not prove he's alive. He can be dead and he can still descend. Just like the view of many of the Salaf and many of the Sunnis, that he is dead.
I made a clear distinction. Wait, I made a clear distinction in the beginning. I'm not saying he's alive, like running around in heaven or doing whatever.
Body.
I said his body and soul are in heaven.
Yes, and I'm telling you that there's scholars and Salaf, the Tabi'un and Sahaba that believe that Isa AS has died, right? But he will still descend in the dead in that sense, and there's different views. If you open Tabari, there's many different views. And all of them accept this hadith. They're not saying we deny this hadith because I believe that Isa AS has died. They believe his body is on the earth as well, right? But they still believe in this hadith.
Did you say you will deny the hadith?
No, I'm saying they won't. They haven't denied. So my point is, even if you believe he has died, right? His soul was taken up and his body is on the ground somewhere, etc., etc. They still believe he will descend. That does not prove that he is alive, unlike all the other prophets right now. The point I'm asking is, where does it say he's alive with his physical body in the heavens?
Okay. Can I ask you when he died?
Yes.
When did he die?
When like thousands of years ago.
No, I'm asking like
112 AD, 150 AD, like
around I think the age mentioned in the hadith is 120.
Yes,
so we believe in that.
No.
But that does not I don't know how is it relevant to the discussion.
It's going around in circles. You're asking for simple thing. You claim that he is alive. Just provide the proof for him so
Yeah.
he can understand why he's
And the
alive.
thing is, I
Keep
wanted
asking
to
questions, talking in a circle, so you can just, oh, aha, I got you now. He can descend from the heaven, so that means he must be alive. It's childish. Just get to the proofs, please.
Yeah, but I guess that's by given. That's a default. So see,
Ahmed, I can
like,
talk to
if
you.
the position, the default,
Let him
yeah, that's
talk.
cool. But your guy talked as well. But your guy talked as well.
But
I
he
mean,
talked
this
because
is
you
not a
talked.
police station, right?
The only reason I talked because you have been interrupting. I wasn't interrupting before that.
What?
Yes.
I just asked a question, bro. I didn't interrupt.
You
What are
can
you talking
text.
about?
You can text Justin Arab the question and tag him. He can ask me. But the point is, Justin Arab, all I'm asking is, which verses do you use to prove that Isa alayhi salam was taken to heavens with his physical body and he's alive there since 2000 years? Because there's not a single verse in the Quran, not a single hadith that says any of that.
Okay.
Okay, but you're saying the majority of the scholars are wrong. That's what you're saying.
Hold on, wait. I just can you answer, like, when did he die? Yeah, wait.
How is it
Ahmad,
relevant?
do you want to talk?
How's it
What?
relevant? I have answered it, but how is
No,
it
because
relevant?
I'm gonna make a point with it.
Okay, make a point. You can make a point either way.
Okay. What's the point? What's the point of Allah saving Isa and killing another person in his place? Right? Just like there was no point in saving him if he was then gonna take his soul later.
Bro, that's not an
Like,
answer to my question. I'm asking you to prove Isa alayhi salam is alive. You keep on asking questions which are irrelevant. And you're bringing up substitution theory now. That Isa alayhi salam was
I can't-
substituted. You brought up substitution theory, which is not in the Quran, not in the Hadith either. And not, I don't know why you're even mentioning that. Even Sunnis call it heretic and
I
deviant.
can't prove to you. I can't prove to you
What?
that he is alive, that he was taken up in it with his body and his soul. You don't agree with me on the definition, on the definition of the word used in 355.
Oh, so you use 355 to prove he's alive in the heavens with physical body. That's your proof.
No, that wasn't my proof. I'm just saying I watched a video of you, and you were telling me, you were saying that the word me when referring to Allah, that means he took him and he's dead now.
No,
That was a point that you were making.
don't worry about any of the videos I've done. Okay, I'm just asking you, can you give a verse in hadith to prove that Isa alayhi salam is alive in the heavens with physical body? From the Quran
Well, I
and
could
hadith.
use 4:159, but you don't accept that either.
Bro, I accept the whole Quran. That's not the point. I'm just asking you that people are watching. I just want you to make the best argument. There is the Isa alayhi salam is alive in the heavens with physical body, and I'll answer it.
Well, can you tell me how he's gonna descend?
I'll explain after you prove if he's alive.
How am I gonna prove if I don't understand what you're trying to say to me, or if I don't know what your beliefs are, or what you're trying to say?
You wanted to talk to me on VC.
Yeah,
I thought you knew my
talking to you,
beliefs
but that means
before
it's
you
a
came
back
here, and
forth.
I told you all the beliefs as well on the yesterday as well, and this morning as well. My belief is very simple. Isa alayhi salam has died because there's no proof he's alive.
Yeah, just in Arab. If you're not familiar with his belief, why are you talking with him? I mean,
Yeah, you can go,
that's the
Ahmed.
hard part.
You can go. You
No,
can go.
just you asked me again and again to come on the VC. I did not, right? Everyone is here. You can watch the chat. Is it true, right? I did not ask you to come here on the VC and discuss with me. You tagged me, right? To come on VC. And you tagged me multiple days. I told you I can't come because I'm working, etc. So I'll come here today. So I woke up early just to talk to you because you wanted to talk in this time.
Zevi,
Yes.
but what like I want to ask your opinion on Surah Nisa verse 157 to 158, where Allah says that, but Allah raised him Jesus up with his body and soul onto himself, and he is in the heavens, and I'll like quote where it says in the brackets, okay, because it's also included in the brackets, and Allah is all ever powerful.
You want my opinion on it?
Yeah, he wants your opinion.
Okay, Justin, our discussion is done. You don't want to talk to me, right, more? Or do you want to?
You just asked if he wanted your opinion. I'm saying, yeah, he wants your opinion.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm gonna go to him. Are we done?
Yeah, go to him. I'm fine with that.
So our discussion is done, right? You don't want to discuss more.
Zippy,
I'll talk to him.
Sure.
Zippy, can I tell you something?
Yes, go ahead.
You keep asking for proof, but the burden of proof is on you because your opinion came after the opinion that Jesus was raised to heaven. So you have to give a proof to your counter argument. The burden of proof lays on you, not us.
Okay, so just another, since we're done, I'm gonna answer Dr. Loader and other guys. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. So yes, Dr. Loader, the reason I'm asking you for proof is your claim is extraordinary. It's against what is normal. Everyone dies. Every prophet has died. You're saying he hasn't. One hasn't. So I'm asking you for proof. That's it.
No, but like we all understand Surah An-Nisa 4:158, and Allah raised him up with his body and soul onto himself. Everyone understands it as a
4:158.
Let
me open it for everyone.
Yeah.
So you're making an argument that Isa Islam is alive in the heavens with physical body because of this verse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me open. Go ahead. Which part?
بل رفعه الله إليه وكان الله عزيزا حكيما. Yeah, that part.
So Allah raised him up to himself, proves that he's alive in the heavens with a physical body. Can you make the argument?
Yes.
Like how?
It says it right there. How am I?
Mm-hmm.
Because it says
Yeah, so Ziva, the pronoun.
Because the verse before it says وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ. He has not been killed. He has not died.
No, doesn't say that.
He has not died, but then he died. What is your argument here?
Quran, the verse previously it says وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ.
Yes.
Right? He was not killed
kill
and he was not crucified. Yes, I agree.
Okay, so where does it say that God killed him? What does it say?
Where does
something as important as that been mentioned in the Quran?
How does this say that he has not died? How does these two words say that he has not died?
Yeah, because
Muhammad
if you look at the
Ahmad, 1 second. Let me talk to one guy, please. Just one of you can talk, but just one person, please. وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam was not killed nor crucified, yet he is died. This does not prove he's alive. Correct? All it's saying is the Jews did not kill him, not that they crucify him. Does not talk about him dying in afterwards. Natural death, right?
Natural death meaning what?
Natural death, like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was not killed. He was not crucified. Yet he died.
Where is it mentioned? Where is it mentioned?
What is mentioned?
Yeah, because I would believe that God Almighty would not leave such an important detail out of the Quran. So you're saying God did not mention it?
No, I am saying that he has mentioned it, but that's not the point. The point is for you to prove that he's alive. That's the point I'm making. Because it's your argument.
Because it does not say that he was killed. So why should I assume that he was killed first?
Brother, you don't have to be killed in order to die.
Bro, no. Because, come on, guys. Like, the context of the ayah is clear.
Well, Allah is explaining in that
I'm asking you for the proof that he died. Where does it say in the Quran that God killed him? Where
the
does
burden
it say
of
that he
proof,
took only his soul?
I can give you 30 verses, right? But the burden of proof is not on me. The point I'm making is very...
because you came after us.
After who?
No, I don't mean like you specifically. I mean, the opinion of the Ahmadis came after the original opinion, which is...
What is the original opinion?
Jesus was raised. That's the...
Original opinion? What is original?
Yeah.
Okay, explain me original. Go ahead.
As in that is the earliest opinion and explanation of the verse, and that is the majority of the verse.
There were always three opinions, by the way. There's no original opinion. There was always three opinions.
Where is your proof?
Bini, again. It is a well-known fact.
The burden of proof is on me, actually.
Yeah, Bini, again, मैं कर देता हूँ. कोई फिर बोलेंगे ये ना बोला. Dr. Loader, there's always been, and I mentioned it already, has always been many views on what happened to Isa alayhi salam. One view is he has died, right? And one view is he's died for a few hours, then he was raised. Some say with body, some say without body, right? And then there's a view that he was raised to heavens with physical body.
Yeah, which is the least agreed upon opinion.
So these are the three views that has been here since the Salaf. But that's not the thing I'm proving. I don't care what any scholar says, neither do you. So
No, we should care because the Quran tells us to ask du'ul ilm, because we should ask them. We should care about what they say.
no, I'm saying in the sense that scholars are not hujjah, even majority is not hujjah, because scholars have written a lot about
It
it.
is.
Scholars are never, a majority is never a dalil. That's the point I'm making. So anyways, in the beginning,
No,
I
they
asked
are
just
dalil because the Quran. Okay, no, because the Quran tells you to ask
Quran
du'ul ilm, the
says,
people of knowledge.
Quran says that
I
if
can
you
bring you
follow,
the verse right now.
1 second, Quran also says there's a
Okay.
verse that if you follow the majority, they would misguide you. So there's also that.
That's another context. That's another
Either
context.
either way, Dr. Loader, I'm here. I was here in the
because you're
beginning.
bringing.
Yak
Yeah.
is here. Justin Arab is here. Then I talked to Justin Arab before you came. Yak, I talked the other day. All I'm asking is that I need proof that Isa alayhi salam is alive in the heavens with physical body. If it's very clear,
I
then
need
please give me.
proof that he died.
Right?
Then I need proof that he died.
I've burden of
I
proof
said
is on
before,
you. It's not on me right
you,
now.
No, on you. I'm
Why
saying
is it
it's
on me?
you? Because the majority agrees upon it being that Jesus was raised. So
Majority
if you
can
wanna
believe
go against the
anything.
majority,
Natural laws,
so if you're not-
every single person dies. So has Isa alayhi salam. So burden of proof is on you. I don't know why every one of you thinks that I have to prove he's alive. So he has
Okay,
died.
Yeah,
so
because
majority
Ziva,
of science. Okay,
because the opinion is, this is
Yeah.
because this is going in circles. So Ziva,
Okay, yeah, I know.
Mirza Ghulam
Very
Ahmad
much.
said, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad said that the person, the mudda'i, okay, when someone changes opinion, okay, the proof is on the person to give, who changes opinion to give the dalil. So therefore, you guys are the mudda'i, not us. That's the first thing. Okay, so do you have anything to say to that?
Keep going. Keep talking.
Yeah,
Once you're done,
I mean, do you have
you
anything?
make the
I
argument
asked you.
and then I'll talk.
No, that's the first thing, and I'm just responding to the part where you said you guys are not the mudda'i, we are. So I'm just responding to that
Yes,
part. Do you agree?
this is what I talked to with Justin Arab in the beginning. When the stream started, you were not here.
I
This is what
quoted
I
your
mentioned.
prophet though.
This is
but
what
your prophet isn't stating the context
listen,
that. Okay, go ahead.
Justin Arab was here. Everyone was here. In the beginning, I was very clear that every single person dies. If someone makes a claim that someone has not died from the past, then they need to give proof. And I gave an example of my claim that if I claim that a certain person is alive from 500,000 years ago, no one would believe me until I give proof. That's all I'm asking, that you need to give proof that Isa alayhi salam is alive in the heavens with a physical body. And where does it say that? In which Quran and Hadith? You can quote scholars as much
No
as you
problem.
want.
I'll give you.
Yeah, and you can quote as many scholars as you want. I don't mind. But when you quote scholars for the benefit of the audience, because it's already been 30 minutes since we've been here and we have not gone anywhere. You're not even given one proof, any one of you.
Inshallah, we'll go.
So,
Inshallah, we'll go. No
yeah,
problem.
what you need to give.
point.
1 second, let me finish. What you need to give proof of from the Quran and Hadith is, from the scholars. When you quote scholars, right? I don't want you to just quote scholars and say, oh, scholars said this, so thus it is true. This is circular reasoning. All I want you to do is, scholar said this. This is the argument he used from the Quran and Hadith. So give me that argument. Don't just quote scholars. Quote them as much as you want, but give the argument that they're giving.
Okay, no problem. How long? Okay, so the first part was that clearly you don't understand. So I quoted your prophet for a reason. So he's talking the context that with the person, the default is, of course, clearly, even you guys agree that for the majority, 53 years of his life, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, he held the belief that physically Isa alayhi salam was alive on the heavens, right? So when he changed his opinion, right, he was the one to give the dalil. And so now to change the position, to change the goalposts altogether is something which you shouldn't be doing, but instead the burden of proof, which you're saying, claiming the 30 verses, we can deal with them, no problem. So that's the first thing, but I can give you the proof. So let's go to the same verse. Is it open, your screen?
My screen is open.
Okay. So when it says وَمَا كَتَلُوهُ, is the word who is it referring to? The dhamir of who?
Isa alayhi
the
salam.
dhamir of وَمَا كَتَلُوهُ. Okay. Is it referring to Isa soul or body? Or both?
Make your argument. Just make your argument, bro.
Okay,
This
premise
back
one.
and
Premise
forth
one.
question.
Okay, premise one. I'll go, no problem. Syllogism, no problem. Premise one. The who in the dhamir in the verses, who is referring to Isa alayhi salam, both body and soul. All the therefore, premise two, in the second body is the second verse is a continuation where it says bal rafa'ahu. So this is a continuation of this verse. So therefore, it also means body and soul. Okay, and so conclusion. So he was raised up with body and soul. That's just the conclusion. So which premise do you disagree with?
Okay, now let me respond to it. You said وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ, referring to body and soul. Okay? Tell me how is soul killed and crucified?
Yeah, I'm talking about the who is talking
Yeah.
about the person as a whole, not the
Who
body and the
you're
soul.
saying both of them are
And you
killed,
agreed
just
with me.
like both of them are raised in Rafaullah Elaihi. Right? That's your point. My question is very simple. How is a body and soul both killed? Just like how body and soul is both raised. So tell me how does that happen here?
Yeah, I'm telling you because it's talking about the person who is a composite of two.
Yeah, so
It's
tell
not
me
talking
how
about
is
one thing.
soul
For instance,
soul
don't
killed?
interrupt me, brother. You asked me a question. Don't interrupt. I'll tell you.
Okay, go
Because
ahead.
the Ahmadi position is that bal rafa'ahu is referring to the soul. Okay, so the damir who somehow magically goes and refers to the soul, right? But that's inconsistent with the verse because the verse previously is talking to the person as a whole, not body, not soul, but whole, a person as a whole, which includes body plus soul. So wama kataluhu, they didn't kill the person Jesus, the person, body, soul plus both. Wama salabuhu, they didn't put him on the cross, the person Jesus, and we can talk about it, that he was put on the cross or not. Bal rafa'ahu, the person Jesus, both body plus soul, not the soul like you guys take it to be and leave the body, but both the person as a whole he was taken above. So which premise do you disagree with?
Just prove to me how is soul killed in وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ. Tell me.
I told you that it cannot be that case because if
You're
you take your reading,
let
which
me
is bal rafa'ahu,
let me
okay, you
finish
asked
the
me a
sentence.
question, then
No,
you
let me finish the whole
interrupt.
question. You keep
Okay,
speaking.
go ahead.
I'm asking you, وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ, you're saying it refers to both body and soul. Just like bal rafa'uhu is referred to both body and soul. So it's just like in
Okay, the person
qataluhu.
as a whole.
Again, one second. And just like in qataluhu, his
Wait,
body and
give
soul.
me 1 second.
Ahmad, we're talking. 1 second. You can't speak.
I know, I understand.
So woman,
Is someone moderating? I don't know. I was supposed to moderate. I'm not.
it's okay. You're 30 minutes late, so everything is going very
Okay,
good
no.
without you. So,
Okay.
so
Bye
Ahmad,
bye.
Okay, that was a bit rude.
bro, he's interrupting me in between.
No, he just came. He didn't know. He was asking.
That he
just
can
normal
he can
question. Okay, yeah, continue. Continue.
So your argument is in qataluhu, both body and soul is referred to, and Rafaullah Elaihi, both body and soul is referred. So I'm asking you to prove how both body and soul is killed in wama qataluhu, just like how both body and soul is raised in Rafa'u. That's all I'm asking.
You asked a question, now can I answer? Okay, I'll tell you. It's because my argument is premise one, وَمَا كَتَلُوهُ, that Zamir who is referring to the person as a whole. Okay, the person as a whole. Do you agree or disagree?
It refers
Because
to
we're going
Isa
to go premise by
alayhi
premise.
It refers to Isa alayhi salam. Yes.
The person
That's
as
all
a
I'm
whole
saying.
or just his soul?
That's all I'm saying. It refers to Isa alayhi salam because soul is not killed, bro.
The person as a whole, correct?
Soul cannot be killed, so it refers to Isa alayhi salam.
I
That's what I'm
get,
saying.
so exactly, the person as a whole, why are you not agreeing? Like,
Because soul cannot
what's
be
so hard
killed.
about it? The person as a whole.
Everyone is listening here, bro. Whatever argument you're making, everyone is listening.
I
Soul
didn't
is not
hear
killed.
it.
That's cool, but do you disagree with, okay, so my argument is that وَمَا كَتَلُوهُ, the who is referring to the person of Jesus, not just one specific aspect of that person, which is soul. A soul is a part of human. So I'm saying the damir who is referring to the person of Jesus as a whole, body plus soul, not a particular aspect, which is the soul. So do you agree with that position or not? Because that's consistent with the verse. وَمَا كَتَلُوهُ, a soul cannot be killed, so clearly it's referring to person as Jesus as a whole. So do you agree with that or no?
My argument is
Ziva.
very simple. I'm not going to repeat. Can you make the next argument and the next
But
verse?
do you agree
Can you
though?
make the full argument? Okay. So in here, body and soul is not killed.
I
So
presented
in
the
the next
syllogism
verse,
though, right?
yeah. So go ahead, make the full argument, right? I just want to hear, and I'll refute both of it in my time.
Okay, type it
Just
down, no
like-
problem. Type it down. Premise syllogism. Premise one.
Forget-
وَمَا كَتَلُوهُ,
No.
the ضمير هو.
No need to type. You can speak, but I'm saying.
No, I can say you can type, but so because you're not unable to follow for some reason.
I'm following everything.
So I'm saying وَمَا
this is not the first time I'm hearing this thing. Okay, don't worry. I have heard this 200
okay, why is it so hard for you to do that?
What are you guys
Okay,
even
no problem.
So, Jen,
Yeah,
1
okay, so
second.
وَمَا
We're talking.
كَتَلُوهُ.
Don't talk. Ahmed, my point is this. Can you fully make your argument using both verses and prove how this proves Isa alayhi salam is in the heavens with his physical body? That's it.
Yeah, I gave you the syllogism previously.
Yeah, using syllogism.
I'll give you again, no problem.
Yes.
Okay, premise one. The ضمير هو in وَمَا كَتَلُوهُ and وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ is referring to the person Jesus as a whole, which includes body plus soul. not one aspect of it, which is the soul, or not one aspect of it, which is body. The person Jesus as a whole, which includes body and soul. That's the premise one. Premise two is the same damir in the same way is referring to the same person in bal rafa'ahu. So in the same way, how in the verse 1, the damir who was referring to the person as a whole, body plus soul, both of them, the person, okay? In the same way, in this verse, it's also talking about the person as a whole, not the soul, not the status or anything like that. So that's the argument. The conclusion necessarily followed that he raised him up as a person as a whole, not just soul, not just something like that. So that's the aspect. So what's your rebuttal to that? Which premise do you disagree
Can you
with?
finish the argument? Up where was he raised?
Yeah, what?
Where was
I
he
did.
raised up? You said he was raised up. Where?
بل
Can you finish the whole
رفعه
thing?
إلى الله, towards Allah, like towards the heavens.
To Allah.
But can you address the argument?
So, yes.
Argument?
So you're saying he was raised to Allah, right?
Yeah, raised.
And
Raised,
this
yeah,
raising
بل
is
رفعه.
literal. This raising is literal, that is his body and soul was raised.
Yeah, I mean, that's clearly from the context,
Yes.
because of
So-
Dhamir. I gave you the argument. So, I mean,
Ye-
which premise do you disagree with? I
I
really don't
disagree
like when I
with
give you
both.
the syllogism and you're not disagreeing with the premise. Okay, premise one, let's deal with that then.
I disagree with both, right? So body and soul both cannot be
Do
killed. Only
you
body
disagree
is
with
killed.
premise one?
Ahmad, let me finish. I'm gonna answer both of the things. First of all, body and soul
Okay.
both are not killed. Soul cannot be killed. He's talking about Isa alayhi salam's body. Second thing is Rafaullah Elaihi. It does not. It mentions him getting raised with body and soul to Allah. Where is Allah? Tell me. And how does it prove that he's in the heavens with physical body? Right? It does not
Okay, I
say
gave
that
you
he
the
was
argument.
raised. Listen, let me finish. Easy. So that's number two, right? It says he was raised to heavens with physical body. That's your belief. But now you're showing a verse that says that he was raised to heavens, not heavens, rather to Allah with physical body. So then you have to prove that where is Allah? You have to give a location of wherever he is. Then you have to tell me how it means that instead of getting raised to Allah, Jesus is getting raised towards some other location without any explicit dalil. And number three is this. My point is very simple. Raf'a, what does it mean when Allah Ta'ala uses it? My point is very simple, and I explained it to Yat as well. He's here. He can also help you in the chat.
No problem.
Can
But
you mute?
I mean, I
Can you
didn't
mute
hear
these
a
guys? Can you mute these guys,
response to
bro?
premise one.
Ahmad, can you mute these guys?
Yo,
Or can
but
people mute?
Ikhwan,
They're not
just let him
speaking.
speak. Ikhwan, just let him speak. Yeah, go ahead, Ziva.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So and the third. So first point, soul cannot be killed. So your syllogism is very weird. And second thing is raising. It says he was raised to Allah. You need to prove how getting raised to Allah means he's in the heavens with physical body, and why is he not raised to heavens? And the number 3 point is Raf'a. Allah is Al-Rafi. He raises believers all the time, and he does not raise their bodies because there's no such example anywhere. He raised all the prophets. He's raised hundreds and thousands and billions of believers since the beginning of time. But he does not raise bodies and to heavens or wherever it is. Allah Ta'ala raises believers every single day. He's raising people all the time. So you need to prove how you're using that raising to prove that his body, Isa alayhi salam, for every single else person, his soul and body, let me say it again. For every single person, when Allah Ta'ala raises them, he raises their souls. And then suddenly, for Isa alayhi salam, he becomes an exception and his body is getting raised as well. So that's the point I'm making.
Okay, so you're finished, right? You're done.
So I made 3 points.
Yeah, so, yeah, 3 points. I didn't hear a proper objection to premise one, to be honest. I'm still waiting for that. So premise one, I guess you agreed with it. You conceded that the verse, وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ the damir who is referring to the person of Jesus as a whole, body plus soul. When I say body plus soul, I'm just using it to define the person Jesus, because the person Jesus whole is being taught about. Do you agree or no? Bro, I want a confession. I mean,
No,
this is not
go
like
ahead.
the
Make
form of
your
debate.
argument.
Everyone, you can speak. No
Everyone
problem.
can listen.
Brother,
Everyone
we're not
is
gonna. We cannot reach the conclusion. We have to go.
We have reached a
do a back and
conclusion. I've
forth,
made my
right?
point simple.
But
Soul
we
cannot
haven't
be
gone
killed,
back and forth.
and
You
body
haven't
cannot be
given.
raised when Allah Ta'ala raises believers. That's my 2 arguments. You need to answer that. That's it.
Yeah, but you're not dealing with the premise. But I was the one
My
who made
premise
the
is very
syllogism.
simple.
So
My premise is based on Quran and Hadith.
brother,
Your
you didn't. Okay, you're interrupting me right now, Ziva. You're being rude right
You're
now.
asking.
The problem is, I made a syllogism. No, I didn't ask. I asked, what's the objection to premise one? I'm not asking for your premises. I'm asking you, what's your objection to my premise one, which I gave? Do you remember my premise one? That's why I told you to write it down. So what's my premise one, and what's your objection to it?
I've told you
Go ahead,
whatever I
Ziva.
had to say. You can make your argument. You can say I have not answered. That's fine.
Wallahi, this is so ajib. So
Yeah, that's
so ajib. So like
so you can answer. I made
he
three
heard my
arguments.
syllogism.
I made three
No,
arguments. You
akhi,
can.
I was the one making. No, sir, I was the one to provide the evidence. I made a syllogism based upon the Quranic verse. So syllogism, how a categorical syllogism works is, if the premises are true, then the conclusion necessarily follows. That's a basic rule of inference and logic. So my premises are two, and in order to attack the conclusion, which is that Jesus was raised physically up to Allah. Okay, now wherever Allah is, that's a separate discussion. But he was raised body and soul wherever he was raised, no problem. Now, point is, was he raised physically, like the body and soul both, or just soul or some status of it was raised? So that was the conclusion. That was the conclusion. So the premises was, I'll give you the premise again. Premise one was, you can type it down now. Premise one, وَمَا كَتَلُوهُ, the dhamir who is referring to the person Jesus. Person Jesus. Person
Assalamu alaikum, I'm back.
Jesus equals body Jesus plus soul. So the person Jesus as a whole is referring to the dhamir who. وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ, the person Jesus, body plus soul is being referred. Therefore, by necessity, the continuity of the verse, when it says بَلْ رَفَعَهُ, this is also referring to the person Jesus as a whole, not one aspect of him, not his status, not his anything like that, but the person Jesus as a whole. So what's your response to the premise one and premise two? Go ahead. I'm waiting for an objection to the premises.
I'm gonna answer the same way. Just like qataluhu does not imply killing of the soul, just like Raf'a, it does not imply raising of the body. That's it.
Okay, Ahmed.
Your argument, your
Okay,
syllogism is
Juan,
wrong.
am I speaking a foreign
Your syllogism is
tongue?
wrong.
Am I speaking a foreign tongue?
Whatever conclusion that you're coming
No,
to,
no, Juan, no. It's going to be one by one.
Ahmed, whatever conclusion, that's my
Ahmed.
point.
Okay, Ahmed,
Let me finish.
Since it seems that I'm just talking away.
Mhm.
Since it seems that both of you are not agreeing on anything, we can leave this
Mhm.
argument and bring up other arguments if you both would like that.
But I mean,
Ahmed,
he's not dealing with the
yeah,
point.
Ahmed,
I mean,
send you.
I clearly made the
There are
argument.
many
The
arguments
premise one
beside
is
this one.
Ahmad, is your argument this, to be very clear? Your argument is, if Qataluhu applies
Mhm.
body, then Rafa also applies body, correct? That's your simple argument.
now, yeah, Qataluhu, the Damir who is referring to person Jesus as a whole, which includes body plus soul, not one aspect of it, like you guys take it to be.
No, he is not denying that it refers to Jesus.
Jesus
What's
as
your
a whole,
point?
body plus soul, he is denying the body.
Okay, Ahmad, do you believe a soul can be killed?
No, sir, I'm just using, so you keep strawmanning me. Don't do that. What I'm saying is that when the
asking-
Damir who,
Badmash. It's like saying, can a rock be killed? That's like, it doesn't
Yeah,
make,
exactly.
that question doesn't make sense.
Brother,
Exactly. What I was just saying is for the clarity. I was just saying the person Jesus as a whole is being talked about, like the body, like the physical
yes,
person, like
but
me. That
the
was
reason-
being referred. So that's why, by definition, in the next verse, the body is by definition being mentioned. So that was my
Okay.
argument. But he's just saying, I was saying like soul cannot be killed or something like that. I was never saying that.
So, brother, that's where the confusion came from, because you mentioned 2 times body and the soul, Qataluhu, body and the soul. So he was like, what do you mean soul? Why you are emphasizing on it? So
I
he
clarified.
Yes. So he caught you on this. You could have just said that you meant body and it would have been done. So you guys have been going in circles for like, I don't know how long, and you guys are not reaching any
No,
conclusion.
sir. The term person, okay, it's a philosophical term, okay. It means an entity, and when we use the term person pertaining to a human being, the definition of the term person is body plus soul. Okay, so I don't know what. So that's what my clarification was. So okay, I can make that. So وَمَا كَتَلُوهُ is referring to Jesus' body. وَمَا صَلَبُهُ is referring to Jesus' body. ضَمِيرُهُ is referring to body. Therefore, بَلْ
Yes.
رَفَعَهُ is referring to body. So what's your response to that, Ziva?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I literally streamlined your argument for you. Or did he
Yeah,
leave?
thank you. Maybe. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ziva, what's your response to that?
I have responded. That's what I'm saying. It's very
Akhi,
simple.
you didn't respond to this point.
If qataluhu is referring to both body and soul, just like raising is
Not a
for
body,
both
body.
body and soul. Listen, bro, come on, let me speak. Why do you keep interrupting? I make my point and you keep
My
interrupting
bad.
and you're not answering the things that I'm asking. If qataluhu
Because
is
I'm the
referring
one
to
making the argument.
okay, yeah, it is. 1 second. If qataluhu is referring to both body and soul, that Jesus was killed as a whole, meaning his body and soul, just like Raf'a includes raising of his both body and soul, all I'm asking you is this: how is soul killed and how is body raised? Right? Because Allah Ta'ala is Al-Rafi'i and He raises believers all the time and He never raises them with their body. If you have an example from Quran and Hadith, then you should go ahead and bring it. Because He raises believers and He has been raising believers since the beginning of times, including all the prophets. So you're making an exception of Isa alayhi salam and saying that just like his body and soul was raised, the same way his body and soul was killed as well, which is a weird argument. So I've answered this. I'm not gonna keep repeating this over and over. So it's very simple.
But
Now
did
can
you
you
hear the
answer?
Bini?
That is a terrible response. I just want to say.
Did
It's
you hear
fine.
the
It's fine,
Bini?
Ahmed.
Did you hear Bini's clarification? Like
It's fine, Ahmed. You
Bini
think
actually
it's a bad
steel-minded.
argument. It's okay, but the point I'm
No.
making is I'm not gonna go ahead and answer, keep repeating the same thing. So can you answer the 3 points that I mentioned as well?
Wait, before you talk,
Yeah,
by the way.
but the
1 second.
you're the
Can I
one
say
make.
something?
I'm the one making the argument. Yeah, go ahead.
Ahmed, give me a moment. You didn't actually address his argument. Why don't you address it?
Exactly.
You're literally
I
strong.
mean, he says he responded to it. Yeah, he's
I'm
exactly.
gonna mute now,
Even Bini,
but
his
I won't
friend,
say that.
even Bini, he actually, yeah, Bini, he actually steelman the position. I mean, I think Ziva was not listening, typing. So Bini, can you steelman my position to Ziva so maybe he can understand maybe?
No
So
problem.
Ziva.
In summary, he's just saying Qatalu refers to the body because body is killed, obviously. So Rafa also refers to the body as well. That's what he's saying. You cannot say soul. That's his argument. His simple argument is this.
And my argument is very simple. Just like Raf'a is saying that his soul was raised, then qataluhu would also mean that his soul was killed. That's it.
What?
It's a counter argument.
No, you didn't deal with it. You're just saying that Qataluhu is referring to soul and somehow Rafa'u is also. Let's do the soul part
and the
because that
second
was
argument,
confusing.
I have to make. This is my first argument. My second argument is Allah Ta'ala is Al-Rafi. He raises believers all the time, never raises their bodies. You have to show that He does. That's it.
Bro, in this context, it's clear because you agree that Qataluhu is referring to body. Salabuhu, the Damir who is referring to body. Therefore, Bal Rafa'uhu is also referring to body. It just follows. I mean, which premise are you attacking? I'm just trying to baffle. Which premise are you attacking? You're just going on a straw man. I mean, you're not addressing their positions, to be honest. Qataluhu, Salabuhu. I mean, these two who Damir are referring to body. Therefore, by necessity, Bal Rafa'uhu is referring to the body of Jesus as well. You cannot exclude the body from there.
After Salabuhu.
Yeah, the Damir who. The Damir who.
What does it say after that? What does it say after that?
ولكن شبه لهم. We can deal with that. ولكن شبه لهم
What is it saying though? What does that mean? What does that specific thing mean?
ولكن شبه لهم, like it appeared to themselves.
It appeared to themselves. To who? To the Jews and the Romans, correct?
To لهم, no, like the Jews, right? It's talking about the Jews.
Yes, they thought that he's dead because they're saying وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ. They did not kill him. وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ. They did not crucify him. وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُم. They thought they did it, correct? It was appeared to them.
They thought they did it. Yeah, it appeared to them. Yeah, sure.
Appeared to them like that, correct? So Allah is saving Jesus right here, right? This discussion is over because Allah is finishing it. وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُم. They just, it was appeared to them like that, okay? It was their shubha. شُبِّهَ لَهُم. Okay.
But are you dealing with my argument though? My argument is by necessity, the same thing is being continued. Yeah, he saved him. And Bal Rafa'ahu, can you tell me how this is not referring to the body?
Okay,
Leave the line of reasoning I gave.
You're saying, okay, the previous argument that you made, Qataluhu is referring to the body, Salabuhu is referring to the body. So Rafa must refer to the body, correct? Bro, you guys
because
are
it's the same Dhamir referring to the same person, co-referential, exactly.
Of course, it's referring to the same person.
It's a necessity.
Many things refer to the same person. That doesn't mean the same meaning applies because of Wama Qataluhu, Wama Salabuhu, when it's being mentioned, after that it's also saying Walakin Shubbiya lahum. Okay? So Allah Ta'ala is clarifying it that it was made to appear to them like that. He's not saying he was raised all of a sudden. Allah is clarifying that very subject in that very line. Okay? After that, he talks about other stuff. People will be in state of doubt and they have no definite knowledge about it. They only follow conjecture. And it's talking about those Jews, those who said that they killed him. Okay? It's just that. Allah cleared it. It was made to appear to them like that. It's not saying anything.
Yeah, so in short, your response is that Rafa, who is not referring to body?
Bro.
Yeah, exactly. They're not getting to. I mean, he said that it's a different context, but the problem is beneath that it's referring to the same person in the same context. So you're essentially saying that Allah is using the same word, who, referring to the same person, but somehow the meaning is being changed for some reason. The same Zamir is referring to something completely different.
How is meaning being changed? Because, okay, the argument that you're doing right now is
the Rafa'u who is referring to body?
Of course, yes, this is your
I just want to
argument.
clarify. Is it referring to?
Yes. No,
the
it's not.
No, I'm saying, do you agree?
Can I speak? There's
Yeah, go
enough,
ahead, but do you agree
enough
though?
question and answer session to trap a person in a chamber. It's loaded questions. Let me speak. Kataluhu cannot involve soul. Why? Because a soul cannot die. Only body dies. It's applied on human being because humans die and soul lives on, correct? Salabuhu, soul lives on, the body dies, correct? Walakin shubihalhum, it was made to appear to them like that. In Raf'a, it applies to soul as well. So you have to show me a position where Raf'a is being applied to the physical body and is being raised up with physical body to the heaven. It's not even saying heaven there. It's
I'll
saying
tell you, no problem.
Yes, exactly.
No problem, I'll tell you.
Because you're saying meaning is changing. Meaning is
I
not
got your
changing.
question. Okay. I got your question. So my argument was essentially that, so what is, let's define basic terms here, because our brothers here are simple for some reason, I don't know. So maybe it's my fault. So what is death? Death is essentially the separation of body from the soul, correct? Sorry, the separation of soul from the body, that's death, correct? B.O.B.,
Yes.
I'm talking to you. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Yes.
So by definition, the term death, it has some implications, okay? It has some implications on the ruh as well. Because without the ruh, separation of the ruh, you cannot have death. So when I was saying death, body plus soul, so that was the point I was referring to. I was referring to the person as a whole. Now my argument, listen to me. وَمَا كَتَلُوهُ is referring to the person Jesus, Jesus. And when I say the person, it means like me, like whole, me, a body plus soul. Okay, the person Jesus. وَمَا صَلَبُهُ, it refers to the person Jesus. In the same way, person Jesus meaning body plus soul, all of his aspect, his whole entity, his whole existence. وَلَا رَفَعَهُ is by definition, by necessity, then going to refer to the whole person Jesus. I mean, so if you're going to say that it's not, then the onus is upon you because you're making an exception to the rule for some reason when it's clearly implied in the verse.
You
guys are the is following
the rule. You are the only argument that you guys have from the very beginning that Jesus is the exception to the rule. That on him it doesn't apply in the same manner.
No, in this verse, brother, deal with the point I made.
Okay, your point is that the qatl, being dead, being killed, has some effect on the soul, meaning it's separation. It doesn't mean the soul is killed. It just means separated from the body, correct?
Yeah, that's what death means, literally.
Beautiful. So he can apply the same thing on Raf'a as well. Apply the same thing on Raf'a.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The Raf'a does not mean death. It means raising. So it includes body plus soul both. That's my whole argument.
Don't interrupt.
Okay. When Allah says, I will raise you in his attributes, he's al-Rafi. What does he mean?
Yeah, in this context, he's referring to Jesus' body. So therefore, he's going to raise his body as well. He raised his body up.
Oh, Allah. How in this context?
Yeah, exactly, in this context. Because the media is following. I told you, I gave you a case. Brother, you're not tracking for some reason. My case is premise one in verse.
Okay, your case is like
I
this.
gave you a syllogism.
Allah, can I speak? I don't do this syllogism stuff. It's your thing, this philosophy stuff. I don't do this. I've never done
And he's
this.
Athari.
Okay.
Yeah, Athari don't do philosophy. I mean, that's stupid. Ibn Taymiyyah does philosophy.
Okay,
not like the Greek pagan ones, but no problem.
Yeah, that's such an ignorant thing to say, by the way. Yani, mashallah.
Where are you guys right now? Where are you guys?
Just another.
They're getting cooked, by the way. They're getting cooked. Just so you know. Yani.
Wait. Okay.
Everyone can watch. Bini, मैं कर लूँ या तूने करनी है?
नहीं करोगे.
आप कर लो, no problem. आप कर लो.
Where are you guys?
Oh यार, इसको चुप कराओ यार. क्यों सारे मुंह आ जाते हैं अंदर.
यार चुप कर जाओ. Ikhwan, just a second. Let him speak.
Just let up. Our discussion with you is done, so you can't speak. Okay, just chill.
I just asked how far you guys got.
We are very far. Alhamdulillah, we are getting somewhere.
They have not addressed his point for maybe 20 minutes now.
Bro, you are literally a kafir. You believe in a prophet after Muhammad.
Yeah, just an
How are
Arab.
you gonna
Calm down,
laugh
calm
at
down,
us?
calm down.
It's
Ikhwan, just a second.
Anyways, let's
Just
keep
a
it
second.
civil. Let's keep
Don't
it
give,
civil.
don't give.
Let
Yeah,
Ahmed
let's
continue.
no
I want to see how long they can
Yeah,
cope with this
Bini.
argument for. But let's
Exactly.
let
Go ahead,
him
Bini.
speak.
What's your
जी
response?
सर तुम बोल लो लेकिन उसको एक चीज समझाओ कि वो डिफरेंट वर्डिंग है कतलुहु बॉडी के ऊपर अप्लाई होता है
Yeah,
क्योंकि
he hasn't answered me. Okay, so Ahmed, you haven't answered me. I have
Brother,
asked you 3 points. Okay, I made my argument. You have not
but
answered
I
those 3
made,
points.
sir, you cannot do that.
You're
You're
making
changing the goalpost, sir.
you're
You cannot do that.
You're
I
making
was
an
the one who
exception.
made the syllogism. No, sir, you
Finish
asked me
it.
for the position. You asked me for the evidence. I gave you a syllogism based upon the Quranic verse. And how you deal with the syllogism basically is you deal with the premises given. So you're not attacking any of the premises. You're just, saying Allah is a Rafi. But what has that got to do with my syllogism I gave? So you're not dealing with the syllogism to begin with. I gave a very clear-cut syllogism, very clear-cut argument. You're not dealing with it. And now you're making an argument against. That doesn't work because you have to deal with my argument first.
First of all, I proved that your syllogism is completely false. Second, I proved that even if it was true, it would still not mean what you're trying to say. And third thing I proved is your syllogism, I gave more proof against what it is. So I gave 3 proofs. You have not answered
didn't
any
give
When
question.
did that happen?
When did this happen?
Which premise you
Should I
disagree
record
with?
it? I'm gonna record this right now so that
I'm
we can go over
streaming.
inshallah.
It's
Yeah, go
live.
ahead. Yeah,
I'm
record.
streaming
Okay,
already.
great.
The
Okay,
link is
great.
there.
So we can, when you go
So
back, we
Ahmed,
can see that what you said.
no need to interrupt me. No need to interrupt. I'm talking to him.
I like pointing out when people lie.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
You can point out after I'm done talking. So these are the 3 points I made. See, right? First thing, your syllogism is wrong, which I mentioned by mentioning the argument that if qataluhu is referring to the body and soul, then Raf'a, soul cannot be killed, right? So that's my first argument. Second argument that I made was that even if you assume your argument, your syllogism argument is correct and everything is okay, even then it does not say that, the verse does not say Isa alayhi salam was raised to the heavens with his physical body. Rather, it says that he was raised to the arsh, if that's what you believe it Allah is. Number 3 argument is this, that you're making Isa alayhi salam an exception. Allah Ta'ala raises believers all the time. There is not a single verse or hadith where it mentions Allah Ta'ala raising believers and it mentions raising their bodies, because if it was, then you would have to give such a proof to me. That how do you come to a conclusion that when Allah Ta'ala is raising and Allah Ta'ala's attribute, one of the 99 names of Allah Ta'ala is Al-Rafi, then that also includes raising of the body. You have to prove that as well. So these are 3 arguments I made. So Ahmadin, whoever was saying that I was lying, here it is. I have also mentioned this before. These are the 3
so
arguments.
let's deal with, so you said your first argument you gave against my syllogism was that somehow the wama kataluhu, so how does that deal with the premise? Because you're essentially saying, you're agreeing with me that kataluhu is referring to the person Jesus, body as a whole. Salabuhu is referring to the body as a whole. But I'm talking specifically about the who, the mere who. Riva, هل تتكلم باللغة العربية?
No, I do not understand Arabic that much.
Okay, so maybe that's a part of the problem. So the damir who, you know the damir,
I know that, at least, okay? So this is not part of the problem.
Damir, no problem.
Because your argument...
Akhi, don't interrupt me.
Don't ask me questions.
I was just...
don't ask me questions.
Okay, that was a clarifying question. That was a clarifying question, and you answered, no problem. Yeah, go, cool. So ism damir is essentially a pronoun, okay, a pronoun. So a pronoun, the pronoun in this regards is the who, which is referring to the person Jesus. Now, the pronoun who is referring to the person Jesus. A person, when I say the term person, I mean his body plus soul. I'm not saying that somehow soul dies or something like that. I'm just saying to clarify that that's referring to the person Jesus as a whole. For instance, I'm a person, I'm right now. So in the same way, it was referring to the person Jesus at that time in this context. Okay. So in the same way, وَمَا كَتَلُوهُ, it says the damir who, it's referring to the person Jesus as a whole. وَمَا صَلَبُهُ, it's referring to the person Jesus as a whole. Therefore, by necessity, by the continuation of this verse, it's going to refer to bal rafa'ahu. This damir is also going to refer to the person Jesus, not status, not something like that, or not anything like that. Okay, it's going to refer to the person Jesus. So, Ziva, I've yet to hear a clear response to that. Please, can you give me a response to that? This premise 1, please.
All 3 arguments. Can you answer them, and then I'll answer.
Yeah, Akhi, you cannot do that. Akhi.
Yes,
you're not dealing with
all
argument.
All three. I've mentioned this 300 times now. Can you answer?
Ikhwan, what can I do?
What is he doing, bro? This is so bad. This is called gish galloping.
This is
subhanallah. Yani.
This
is like subhanallah.
It is not. I proved from 3 arguments that whatever you're saying is
no,
false.
look.
And
I want you to
is
address
watching.
We were dealing with your first argument. We were
Ahmed,
dealing with your first
this is a
argument.
pointless
Ahmadi,
debate if you're not
you
going
don't
to
need
address his
to
argument.
help Ahmed. He's very
No,
capable.
I'm the moderator. Okay.
He's a
So
moderator, brother. He's a moderator.
yeah.
Respect
So
him.
when I speak,
How,
you guys be
wait,
quiet.
one second,
When I
one second. Let me
speak,
speak.
when I
One
speak, be
second.
quiet. When I speak, no. When
Okay,
I speak, be
finish.
quiet.
Finish.
He is
I
not
want
the
you to
moderator.
address his arguments, and then he will address yours, or he addresses yours, and you address his, because I want this to be productive. I want people to learn. When you're just saying, no, address yours, address mine, bro. He made the argument, and then ever since I've been joined the call, he's made the argument, and you've been saying, no, what about this? Address his argument, and then he'll address yours. Halas, that'll be simple.
Okay, I'm going to answer. You're not the moderator. That's the point. You came here 30, 40 minutes late and we were doing just fine. So just saying that you're the moderator because you came here and you decided to be a moderator is not being a moderator.
He's the mod on
No,
the
no,
server,
he's
Who
not.
is the moderator?
He
Who is
can
the
be the mod
moderator?
of the server, but he can't be the mod of this
No,
VC.
I'm
We
the
never
moderator
decided
because
that.
you and Justin Arab spoke about that.
No,
Okay.
we never decided that you're the moderator. When did we decide? You
Yes,
came
we did.
45 minutes late.
Okay, we'll
we
talk.
were-
We'll ask
no
AJ.
problem.
AJ is the
Ziva, no
admin.
problem.
What do you think,
No
AJ? What
problem.
do you?
AJ can do whatever, but he's not the moderator. That's the point I'm making. We were doing just fine 45 minutes without you. That's what the point I'm
AJ is the
making.
admin.
So
AJ
don't
is the
say
admin.
you're the moderator and
He's
don't
above
mute me. Okay, don't mute me. Okay.
AJ is the admin. He's above
The
me.
other day you were
He can tell me
meeting.
who can appoint me.
Just call him moderator, bro. You don't
Okay,
want to be
Ziva,
rude.
Ziva,
No,
we
I'm not
apologize.
calling
We
him a
apologize,
moderator
though.
because
We
he
for
came and
meeting
he
you.
wants to be moderator. I
Yeah,
can't.
Ziva, no problem. But let's
Right.
get, because I don't want this to get too petty. Like you muted me,
Yeah,
he muted
the other
me. I
thing
mean, this
is,
is petty. This is petty stuff. So let's move on.
yeah, just don't mute. Then there will be no petty stuff. He's been petty.
No problem. He
So,
won't mute. He won't
yeah,
mute.
that's good. So the second point, I have answered this. I'm not going to repeat. Okay, that I have already said. If you think I have not answered, it's fine. You can say I have not answered your thing, but the viewers are there.
Okay, can you remind me of your answer for my?
No.
Can you remind me of the answer,
Yeah,
please? I'm
I'll
just
remind
requesting
you.
you for this.
Okay, I'll remind you once more. But before I remind you, the explanation that I'm giving as well is the Sunni explanation. The Salaf have given it. The scholars of Tafsir has written it. So it's not like this.
So you're gonna appeal to scholars now?
No. I'm saying that if you have a problem with this, then you also have a problem. I'm giving it for the viewers that they have made the exact same argument that I am making, and there's too many scholars that have done this, and it's not something new.
Okay.
I'm just mentioning for the benefit of the viewers. It's not like we came here and we all of a sudden were saying this argument that Allah is Al-Rafi and He raises believers, and Rafaullah Elaihi does not mean raising of the body and to heaven or whatever. Because, that's
In
the
this
point.
verse, are you talking in this verse? So sorry to interrupt. Are you saying in this verse the Mufassirin are mentioned that Bal Rafa'ahu? It doesn't mean Jesus as a body, but it just means status
No.
of Jesus, something like that.
They believe that
so
this raising
what's your claim
does
then?
not include raising of the body. They have mentioned this.
So you believe, to correct us, you can correct me, but from as far as I know, the Ahmadi perspective is that this Rafa'ahu is referring to the status of Jesus essentially. Right?
Our point is very simple, which I mentioned again, and I'll
That
show it
it
on
is
the
a
screen as
status.
well. I'll show it on the screen as well. And so I'll make a full argument on what we believe that verse means, so everyone here knows.
No, Akhi,
And because we are
Akhi, please, can you, Akhi, you cannot do that.
Yes,
what you
let
need
me
to
make
do,
a full
please, and I
argument.
requested you, but I requested you to, can you deal with my premise, please?
Yeah, I'm
and you're
gonna
saying you're
deal with the
continuously
premise.
going on Rafi part. We can deal with that, no problem.
Yeah,
But
I'm
can you
gonna
deal with
the
that
premise
first, and
as
then
well.
we can go towards that as well?
Yeah, I'm going to deal with the premise as
Okay,
well.
can
And
you?
one last time, I'm going to explain the whole thing end to end. Okay? Your argument was that Qataluhu is referring to Isa alayhi salam's body and soul. That's like Rafaullah
Yeah, as a
Elaihi is
whole,
referring to
as a
body as a
person.
whole soul, as a whole person. My argument against it was if it refers to raising of the Isa alayhi salam's body and soul both in Rafahu, it also means his body and soul both were killed as part of the Qataluhu. Very simple argument, right? But that's
Bro, that's a
not
denial.
happened.
Wama
Okay, let me
Qataluhu
finish.
is not killed. What are you
speak.
doing?
Afterwards, you can finish. Let me finish, right? So that's my argument. The second thing is we believe that this Raf'a of Isa alayhi salam happened before Tawaffa. After Tawaffa. So he was given death, his soul was taken, and it was raised. Rafiuka. So inni mutawafika wa rafiuka. Very simple. Then our third argument is that Allah Ta'ala's one of the attribute is Al-Rafi. He raises believers, prophets, righteous people all the time. There's nothing special about Isa alayhi salam. Because you're saying Isa alayhi salam was raised with physical body to Allah above the arsh or something. When there is nothing like this in the Quran and Hadith of when Allah Ta'ala raises believers, He's raising their bodies. Because you take this hadith of raising, you know, you do this dua in your namaz all the time. Rabbi ighfirli warhamni wajburni warzuqni warafa'ani. You do this in your salat. And you ask Allah Ta'ala, oh God, raise me. All the time. Every day. Believers are saying this. And none of the people are saying, oh God, raise me with your physical body to wherever. Right? So the point is, Allah Ta'ala raises believers all the time. There's Rafi'i used in ahadith over and over and over. For example, the Prophet ﷺ did tafsir of this verse. That every day he is in affairs. And he says his affairs includes every day raising people. وَيَرْفَعَ قَوْمًا. That he's raising people all the time. So this raising is happening every single day. He's raising believers all the time. And never does he raise believers with their body and soul to heaven. So
Okay, so Ziva,
that's a simple
from
point.
what I remember, okay.
And then
Wait,
Okay,
Ahmed,
so Ziva,
Ahmed,
from
before you speak, Ahmed, before you speak, can you see the hadith that I sent? Look at my screen share. What does it say? I want all of you to see it.
your hadith.
Can you read it for him?
Wait.
Read the English part.
Yeah, it's loading.
Okay, I'll read it. From Qatada, that regarding
Okay,
Allah
Allah
saying, and we raised him to a high station, he said, Anas ibn Malik narrated that Allah's Prophet said, when I was brought up, I saw Idris in the fourth heaven. And this is speaking about the Isra wal Mi'raj, and it's Sahih. There you go. Tafadhal. That's one hadith that explains to you that physically raising, Allah says that in the Quran. Tafadhal. There you go.
No, akhi, ikhwan, they're just gonna say that this is appealing. This is talking about, you know, first of all, this. I know the tag, so I know the response. So I mean, it's not like this that good for like currently talking about. So Ziva. So from what I remember,
There's
your
no way
response to my premise one was.
By the way, 1 second.
Ziva, just a second.
There's no way he thought
Ziva,
this was
it was
a good
my turn,
argument.
please. It is Ziva, just a second. So Ziva, so your response to my premise one was that somehow when it says وَمَا كَتَلُوهُ, they did not kill him, it means a soul is gonna be qatl as well. No. The term qatl, it just means kill, i.e. to impose death. And death includes body and soul in that aspect, because death by definition is separation of body from the soul. So I didn't see the argument you made against my premise, so the premise still stands, I guess. And ignoring the fact which you said, like afterwards, 2-3 points that you made, which were totally irrelevant to this, because in this context, I'm claiming in this specific context, that the mere who, due to this verses, because of the context, it cannot mean like what you're taking it to be, which is the status of Jesus was raised. No, it cannot mean that. It is Ila Rabbi, who means physically meaning bodily, by necessity, because the pronouns previously are referring to the body as well. So therefore, by necessity, the pronoun Ila Rabbi is going to refer to the body as well. So I didn't hear a clear response to that. So I will repeat it again for one last time, and then you don't need to do with it, because I think we're going around on this for a while. So my premise one in verse 157, right? It's saying وَمَا كَتَلُوهُ and وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ. The damir who is referring to physical Jesus, body as well. وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ is referring to the body as well. Therefore, by necessity, when it says وَلَا رَفَعَهُ is referring to the body as well. Now, let's agree to disagree. So your next objection was that it's somehow saying that he was raised to up until Arsh. Is that the claim?
You have to tell.
No,
How
I
does
mean,
it- how
that
it-
was your question, right?
No. My point was, if it was raised physically, then it says Rafiuka ilayya, meaning he was raised to God. Where is God? And why is
It doesn't say Rafiuka.
why
It
does
doesn't say Rafiuka. Stop. It says Bal
Rafa'ahu
Rafa'ahu
ilayhi.
Allahu. You
Yeah,
have to be Quran, right?
Yeah, Rafa'ahu, sorry. So your point,
Bal Rafa'ahu Allah.
yeah, so your point should be to prove why he's in the heavens with his physical body, not with Allah, and wherever is Allah.
What?
Where is
So-
Allah? He was raised to Allah. Where is Allah?
Yeah, I can. So I'll deal with this. So whenever, let's say, Allah is from our belief, Athari, Salafi, we believe Allah is above the heavens. And whenever the term above is used in the Quran, it's in reference to the sky, the samawat. So therefore we say Ilay, he was raised towards Allah, and Allah is above, therefore he was raised above towards Allah. It doesn't mean necessarily on the same spot as Allah. It just means towards. It's just a directional statement. So do you believe Allah is above the throne? Or do you believe he's everywhere?
No, we don't believe wherever is everywhere.
Okay, so what's your position?
Bro, my point is, I'm asking you,
Bro, just
where is
Ikhwan,
God?
don't do this.
Because he was
I
raised
told
to
you
God,
my
right?
position.
For a
I
physical
told you.
body
I
to
told
be
you.
raised, listen, for a
I
physical
told you.
body to be raised towards God, to God, what does it mean? Oh, by the way,
Towards God. Towards God.
to or towards? Which translation do you
No,
take?
towards.
Which Quran translation do you take?
It means towards.
Which Quran
Ilayh.
translation
It
from
means ilayh
Quran.com?
means towards. Akhi. I'm telling you.
No, which Quran
Ilayh
translation
means
do you take from
towards.
Quran.com? That's
I
it.
don't know. I know Arabic, brother. What you talking about? Ilayh means towards.
No.
What does Elia means, by the way? Just asking.
Ilayh means towards. I told you.
No,
Towards
Elia.
him, yes.
Towards me.
Ilayya?
Yeah, towards
Yeah,
you.
to ilayya. Okay, ilayya. Yeah, towards me. It doesn't mean to the Arabic word ilayh. It doesn't mean on the same spot as where that. It's just a directional statement. That's all. So, what's your position, sir?
Exactly.
I told you my
Direction is
position,
towards
which is that.
What does Ilayya means?
Just a second, Billy.
Ilayya.
Ilayya, to me.
To or
To me, yeah,
towards?
exactly.
Towards or to?
Yeah, towards me.
Towards.
Towards me. When we
Nothing
translate
makes...
statements to English, towards me. Yeah.
Dr. Loder, you agree? Towards or to?
Yeah.
No, it's because
Towards
the same
me.
meaning. What are you trying? Towards is
Yeah,
the...
it's the same meaning, but
Towards.
when we translate to
towards.
English, the meaning is lost because the word to in English implies like the same spot, but the word in Arabic implies direction towards.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So therefore, I'm clarifying, Ziva. What's your position? Do you
Okay.
believe Allah is everywhere? You said no. But so where is Allah? What's your position? I told you my position. So what's your position?
When you get close, how do you get closer to Allah? Like towards Allah? When he says he raises you
Sir,
and you get
can you
closer
answer,
to him.
please?
So can you tell me which
Can you
direction is
answer,
it? Is it
please?
up, left, right? Where? Physically?
No, sir. Can you answer the
Doesn't
question?
matter.
What's your position? Like I asked Ikhwan. I clearly
Mirza
clarified my
Ghulam Ahmad
position that we
Islam
believe
has
Allah is
written
above the
this.
throne.
Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Islam
Okay,
has
what's your
written.
position? What's his position?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
very
what's his
simple.
position? Where is Allah?
I'll quote his position. Here it is. One second.
Just tell me. You're not going to quote him. I mean, just tell
No,
me.
I'm gonna quote him.
But that's gonna take a while, brother.
Why?
Because that's gonna be a lengthy statement. You can just tell me the crux of it. I mean,
I have the same position as you can say basically Maturidi, Ashari. Kind of.
What are you?
So
Yeah.
without place.
You're
Allah existed
So-
without there being a need for a place, etc. Whatever. He's everywhere in the sense that he knows with his knowledge, etc. etc. So there's like he is not a physical body that
So
he
we believe
exists
the same
within
thing.
a location. So no, Atharis believe that Allah Ta'ala is in a certain location, right? So this is
yeah,
what
what
this
is
yeah.
the term Mikan
And
means?
he also has a certain direction. So if you get up, if you go towards God, right? The Salafi position is that you're getting closer towards Allah Ta'ala because that's the direction Allah Ta'ala is. So we don't believe in this kufr.
Okay, so sir, I will tell you, I will appeal. Okay, even if I grant you that, I'll say whenever the statements ilallah is mentioned or from Allah is mentioned, it always means from the sky, coming from the sky towards the sky. And I can give you reference to that. So can you deal with it now?
So why don't you take it
Because
the verse
Allah's
literally?
position is relevant.
So why do you say that this means heaven when it's referring to Allah? Like where does it say heaven? It just says Allah. You either take
No,
it both with the
I mean
Raf'a.
granting you.
You're taking raising to be literal.
Granting.
Then take the whole thing to be literal. Why just say that okay, raising is literal, but no, when it says raised towards God, it means a certain location, which is because it means XYZ. How?
No, you missed the point. I'll tell you. I'll repeat. So I said, even if I grant you that Allah is mawjood bila makan, we cannot have a special reference to Him. I'll say, okay, no problem. But in the Quran, I'll say in the Quran, whenever it says ilallah or towards Allah or from Allah, it's always referring to the sky. So I can just appeal to that and I can just say, in this way, in this verse is saying, just like in the other context, that it's referring to the samawat. Isa was raised towards the samawat. So that even clarifies my position further. So can you deal with the point?
This is exactly my argument. Every single time Allah raises believers, He does
What?
not raise their bodies. So you're saying exactly the same thing I'm saying.
So bala rafa,
But
no,
without
sir, you missed the point again. You missed the point.
Alhamdulillah.
Bala rafa'ahu, you already conceded that it's talking about physical body. You conceded. That was the whole concession. And I'm
not
working with that.
concede
So
that Allah Ta'ala
when,
raises bodies. This is my whole argument. I mentioned this. I went into ahadith and
sir,
verses
in this
of the Quran.
in this specific context,
No.
in this specific context, you gave no argument against premise one, which was why is it not the body in this statement as well in this damir when it's using the same damir? You gave no argument for that. And when you granted me my position, and now you're not dealing with the position because earlier position was even if I grant you that, okay, then where is Allah? Ain Allah? And is Allah everywhere? Where was Isa raised? So you're granting me my position, and I'm responding that even if I don't quibble on the fact that there is Allah, I can just say that in the Quran, whenever the reference towards Allah or from Allah is made, it always referring to a
Always?
position which is up,
Always?
like towards the heavens.
Always? Always?
Yeah,
Say
I would
always.
say.
Always? Yes?
Yeah, sure.
Here is the verse. وَقَالَ إِنِّي ذَاهِبٌ إِلَى رَبِّي. Ibrahim alayhi salam is saying, I'm going towards God. Okay? Towards him. So he was going towards heaven?
I am going to God. No, he said,
Wait.
I'm going to God.
He said, I am living in obedience to my Lord. What? This is terrible reading of the text. He's just saying,
I'm going to my Lord.
Towards the obedience. So it's
I'm
not the
going
same
to
God.
my Lord.
Yeah, that's the literal explanation.
Where does it say in obedience in the
entailment
verse? Okay, tell me which verse is obedience.
That's the entailment. Doesn't tell me.
So you said every single time Ila is used toward the direction is used towards God, then it means that you're going towards Samawat, right? I asked you, are you sure? And I gave you just one example. I can give you way more. So this argument, whatever you're using, it does not mean that. So my point is very simple.
No, can you put out the context of this verse?
You can,
just a second.
you can
can
open
you put
it.
out the context of this verse?
Open it.
I don't have the PC. I'm looking at your screen. Brother, just click on it, brother. What you're doing?
Okay, it's 37.99. Right?
Click on the continue. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
so I'm living in obedience. That's implied. The verse is implied.
Obedience. Where does obedience? Tell me first. In this verse, does it say obedience?
It doesn't need to be. That's the implication.
That's exactly what it's saying. When Raf'a is used, it does not need to say it is only his soul was raised or whatever his status was raised.
No, but what's the implication there? No, in this case we can see, because the whole context is that he is talking about the disbelievers. So what is the implication on that verse that you're talking about?
Ahmed, 1 second. You know how he's bringing you one verse, the same thing with, like, you know how you brought the syllogy and you connected the two verses to show that this has to do with the body? He's doing the same thing here. He wants you to take it in a vacuum, as if the Quran exists in a vacuum, because that's the only way he can even make an argument. Anyways, yeah, so read the context and see how it's
yeah, read the context. Go ahead. It's talking about obedience and reference.
You can read it. I've opened it. Just read the whole thing. You can read it on your phone as well. Do whatever.
Okay, I will open
it. Go ahead.
قال أتعبدون ما تنحتون والله خلقكم وما تعملون قالوا ابنوا له بنيانا فألقوه في الجحيم فأرادوا به كيدا فجعلناهم الأسفلين. I'm just reading the context. وقال إني ذاهب إلى ربي سيهدين.
Yes, Sayahdin. So it's talking about, so he may guide me, and Sayahdin is clarifying the context that he's living in obedience to Lord, so he will guide him. I mean, that's implication by the word Sayahdin. The Qarina is Sayahdin. That implies obedience. So I mean, that's the Qarina. So what's the Qarina in that verse, Levi?
You haven't answered this.
What's the Qarina there?
You haven't answered.
I did. I'm saying
is it always when Ila is used in direction Ila Allah, Ila Rabbi, Ila whatever, Elaihi, whatever, right? Towards God. Does it mean always going to heaven with your physical body? You said always. And this is what I showed.
No, but you clearly
so it's not always.
No, sorry, you're strawmanning me. In this context, I'll tell you what. Okay, I'll specify.
So not
always. No, in this specific context, okay, when the language is talking clearly about in obedience to something. For instance, if I say, just say for instance,
so not always. That's the point.
So if I say kanun ki haat lambe hai, just a second. For instance, when we say kanun ki haat lambe hai, it doesn't mean like literally they have hands which are big. It's an idiom. Okay, so this is talking about language. I'm talking about when literally the spatial is referenced. For instance, when it says the angels, they praise Allah above them. So I'm always gonna say it's referring to something above, with reference to the sky or something. And when the deeds are raised above to the heavens, so it's always referred to. It's when it comes to physical things being raised up or something like that, it's always referring to heavens. So that was my position.
Exactly, that's my point. Finally, bro.
Because you granted the position, because you granted that it's physical.
That's exactly my point. Whatever you have said, for example, that's an idiom that's used in the Quran, in the Hadith. When Allah Ta'ala raises believers, He does not raise their bodies. And Rafa'ahu Elaihi is used in Hadith by the Sahaba in referring to the death of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. For example, the scan I have.
But it's not physical there, that's the point.
Right? So it is.
You're missing the point.
So it is talking about the same thing. So Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was also
cannot be the same thing because you granted me it's physical there, and you're granting here it's not physical.
Let me finish.
Okay, sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, it's okay. So that's exactly my point. You said Ila Rabbi is used always, but then you said, oh, in this context because of XYZ reason. That's exactly what I'm saying. because the same exact thing applies here. And Rafa'u Elaihi, another example, when Elaihi is used, right, it does not mean flying towards heaven, al-samawat or whatever, anywhere. This is the second example I've given you after that verse. Same exact wording as the verse that we were debating. What's the name of this Sahabi? Anas radiallahu anh. He says, Allah honored his prophet by not, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, by not letting him see in his nation what he would dislike. So he raised him to himself. فَرَفَعَهُ إِلَيْهِ وَبَقِيَّةِ النِّقْمَةِ. So exact same wording is used again. It's exactly the same as what we were debating on. Sahabi is not saying that the Prophet ﷺ was raised to the heavens with a physical body, because here again, what is the zamir of this? Of who? The Prophet ﷺ as a whole, correct? Or is it just part of him? So that's the point I'm making.
Yes, essentially you're saying that even despite the Zamir who is referring, so therefore it doesn't follow that the Zamir who, the Bal Rafa'u who is referring to Jesus as a whole. And you're appealing to this Jami' Shab al-Iman and أخبرنا عبد الله محمد بن موسى قال حدثنا أبو الحسن أسامة حدثنا. And this is a whole chain, and you're saying essentially قال أكرمك الله who
I sent it in the chat as well, so you can zoom in and read the whole thing and check the chain and everything. It's fine.
Allahu Akbar. So he raised him to himself, Allah honored his prophet by letting him see his nation. Yeah, but there's nothing in the context. But this is clarifying the context, because in that context, you know, it's clarifying that he was not killed. Bal rafa'ahu. So bal rafa'ahu Allah is used in a very specific context there. So in that context, you cannot take that context off and put it on here, which means like he took him off, took him above, like as in death.
That's not an answer. You know that, right? You can take your time. Read it first, and then you can answer. Take your time.
Where is the chain?
Yeah,
Can you show
this
me
is
the
saying
chain?
that. Yeah, the chain is above.
Yeah. You can take your time. It's
It's
fine.
saying the Rijal who thiqat, right? So yeah, the Rijal thiqat. فرفعه إليه بقي. Yeah, I would just say
not
that who
authentic.
is referring to. Yeah, who is referring to the soul? I would just say that. I can just appeal to that, I guess, as well. That he's reading that the
Yeah, you can
soul
do
of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was raised. He was dead, but in that context, you cannot. Yeah, I can just say the Damir who is referring to the Prophet's soul, I guess. So what's the problem with that? What's your response? What's going to be your response to that?
You can say that. But the second thing is, again, what is it?
Okay, good.
Ilaihi. Samawat.
The Ilahi means heavens. You agreed. Prophet's soul is in heavens, correct? Like in Jannah.
He's saying that Allah Ta'ala caused him to die and raised him. He raised him to himself so he could not see this. He's talking about the death of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, by the way, in this.
No, so are you dealing with the word Rafa'a or are you dealing with Ilallah? Which one are you dealing with?
Both.
Because
I'm saying the
we're
exact
mixing
same
the
wording,
both things.
Rafa'u Elaihi, is used, and it does not mean raising of the body and soul, because the Sahabi is saying, Anas radiallahu anhu is saying, that
because
the Prophet ﷺ was caused to die, Rafa'u Elaihi, Farafahu Elaihi, same exact wording, and it does not mean raising of the body and soul, it just means that Allah caused him to die.
Yeah, I'll tell you why, because the context tells us. Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why, but it's not the same context. So when we look at that context, okay, it's saying Bal rafa'ahu Allahu ilayhi, and it's in a specific context that he was not salabuhu, he was not qataluhu. In that context, it's by necessity going to mean his body. In this verse, I can just say it's talking about the soul.
No,
so what's going to be a response?
I'll answer that.
You haven't given me a response.
Yeah, I'll answer that. This raising happened after Tawaffa, after his taking of the soul, after his death.
No, we're talking about Surah Nisa.
Yeah, it's the same Raf'a. So the Raf'a used over here is the same exact Raf'a used in 355. Exactly the same. And 355 is telling us when that Raf'a happened. It happened after Tawaffa. So God is saying 4 promises. Ya Isa,
No, wait. So you're saying it's happened to Tawaffa?
It happened after the Tawaffa.
It does not
Yes.
necessitate. You know, والركع والسجد. You know that.
Yes,
so
I know everything. You can make that or any argument that you want. That's fine.
so what's you going to respond to this argument? I mean, you're not
No,
giving me.
I'm not
I
making
can
an.
just appeal.
You should
It's
make
not
an argument
symmetrical.
and then I'll respond. I won't just say, okay, what about this? Then can you respond? This is not like a discussion, and I'm explaining you.
But you're
the
that's a
belief.
false foundation. You're
No.
saying it has to happen in a sequence. I'm denying the premise to begin with.
So okay, so you
I'm saying
believe
it doesn't have
you
needs to
believe
have
the
a-
Wafa here is referring to the death of Isa alayhi salam. That's fine.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I can.
No,
grant
not sure. What's your
that,
belief?
No problem. Yeah, to be honest, me personally, I take the position that it's talking about the death,
Yes.
and the death is going to happen. Wait, I'll tell you.
Mhm.
The death is going to happen after he's going to come back. So it's a reference to that.
So you're saying mutawaffika here means death 100%, but it's going to happen after the
Yeah,
Raf'a, meaning
yeah.
in the end times.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
So many people here, by the way, sorry, this is just a side point. Everyone is
Both
listening.
opinions are valid.
Yeah. Both opinions are valid. Good, guys, listen. Go listen to 2F. That's good. So it does not. Can you give a dalil?
But
Can you give a dalil?
what?
What is
Like
the
what?
explicit dalil with which you're saying that the order that's currently in the Quran right now, this is not the order that we need to follow, but the order that you're saying that we need to follow. Okay, what's the dalil?
Yeah, it happens all the time. For instance, when
It
says,
happens, yeah. But
"Warruqi
what's the dalil for
wasujudi,"
here?
it doesn't.
This one.
Yeah, good.
Let him speak. Let him speak.
Yeah, so dalil is, I mean, dalil is just a language, I guess, or the style of the Quran, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure what you're asking. Are you asking for a hadith or something?
I'm going with the order where the Quran is revealed in. But you're saying, for this one, no, we don't want this order. It's something else. So I need explicit dalil unless I won't change my opinion. Correct? It's a logical
I mean,
thing.
yeah, if you want to take that, then
Yes.
yeah, if you want to take that, you cannot have your cake and eat it as well. Then you have to prove by its necessity means death. Then, if you're dealing with someone who has that position,
it is that tawaffa. There's no other meaning than taking of the soul. When Allah Ta'ala raises, but the tawaffa of believers, if humans. That's it.
But Ziva, aren't we going away for the argument?
No.
Because
My
you're
argument.
not dealing with Surah Nisa.
No. So this
Ahmed,
is the
can I ask him a
argument.
question?
This was the answer to
David,
my.
do you die when you sleep?
No, but that's not the Surah Nisa.
One sec, Ahmed. Ahmed, David, do you
Let
die
me
when you
finish.
sleep?
Let me answer it, bro. You can answer right after. Just let me answer him, then you can answer. The reason I brought up this verse is very simple. You claimed وَقَتَلُوهُ وَسَلَبُوهُ and then refers to Raf'a, whatever. I'm saying that this Raf'a is used for soul of raising of the soul of Isa alayhi salam because what I mentioned al-Rafi'i point. The second point is that this Raf'a happened after Tawaffa, after his death. So it is not talking about his body. That's the point. This is why I mentioned this.
No, so
Ahmadinho, you can ask
okay,
me.
so your response. Okay,
Do
your
you die when you
response.
sleep?
No. My soul is taken
Okay, good. You refuted yourself. Good job.
though. How?
That's not what the Mufassirin say.
How
by the
did I
way.
refute?
They don't say that.
No, how did I refute? Go ahead.
Because if your soul's okay, is your soul taken away from you when you die? What is
Yes.
death? You conceded earlier that
Yes.
death is separation of soul from the body.
Yes.
So if your soul's taken from you when you're sleeping, do you die in your sleep?
No. It's a
Okay,
return.
good. Then he's mutawaffi does not necessitate death. Mufassirin say this, by the way. I've been through maybe 10 Mufassirin. Al-Razi says the same thing. If you want, we can argue this point. So therefore, tawaffa does not necessitate death. I can bring you more than one verse.
I'm not saying
where
it does.
explicitly says that
I'm not saying
does not mean
tawaffa
death.
means that.
And it does
Did
not
I say that?
and it does not necessitate that the soul is separate from the body either.
No. Listen, cutie pie. I never said tawaffa only means that.
Yo, how
Does
about
it?
listen? How about you have some ihtiram and you respect yourself? I did not insult you this one time in this whole debate.
Yeah.
How about you
have,
be normal? And
I know
speak
what
like a
you've
normal
been saying
person,
in the
okay?
chat. Okay, it's okay. Don't act all
Bring
pious
it out.
on
No.
the VC.
Listen. What do you mean? The chat is there, everyone for to see. I'm not hiding
Yes.
anything.
Yes.
Listen, when you talk to people, you talk with respect, okay?
So tell me,
That's a khas.
where did I claim tawaffa only means that? Tell me. Go ahead.
You said it means separation of
Yeah,
soul
you
from the
said-
body, right? Taking of the soul.
Tell me
That means
where.
Yeah,
death.
you
No,
said
no,
whenever
you made
Allah
a
uses
point.
it, it means that.
Ahmad
You
once.
said that,
Do
Zaidi.
have-
You said that.
do have one
You did
second.
say that though.
Let me talk to him.
No. You said that the soul, that tawaffa means taking of the soul, correct?
Yes.
And what happens when you die?
Taking of the soul.
So you die so tawaffa necessitates that you die, correct?
No. You can
Okay,
sleep.
then how does that work?
Then
it does not necessitate that the soul is being taken. You're just refuting yourself over and over, bro.
My
What
question
is
is,
this,
where did
bro?
I claim? Listen.
Previous refuted
It's
badly.
in the.
Bini,
It's
second.
in the. You were recording. it,
Ahmadinho,
bro.
I'm
You're recording
talking. I'm talking. 1 second.
it. Tafadhal, go
Where
ahead.
did I claim? Tawaffa means death only. Can you?
I'm proving
that?
to you that you are, by extension, insinuating that.
No.
because you
I'm
said
not
that tawaffa-
insinuating at all. I
Okay,
told you
so-
right now. I'm not. So can you tell me, did I say it or
Let me
not?
prove. Can I prove to you that you are? You did not say explicitly, but I'm proving to you that you are.
I'm telling you I'm not.
Can you?
Now I told you
Okay,
no.
Okay,
I'm gonna go,
that's-
Ziva.
you
I'm
can
gonna,
say it.
Ahmad,
Ahmed.
just give me 3 minutes and then I'm gonna
Okay,
go.
okay.
Just 3 minutes and you can continue. Just 3 minutes, please. So Ziva, so what's the Qarina in that verse which you're claiming that is talking to the soul? What's the Qarina there? Surah Nisa 197, 147.
Bro, Allah Ta'ala, this
Because
is
the
the same
context
thing.
is about
My Qarina
body.
is Quran and Hadith.
Hmm.
And every single time Allah Ta'ala raises
No, that
believers, it
Qarina in that
mentions...
verse, sir.
Listen. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Every time it happens, every time Allah Ta'ala raises believers, it's always never raising their body. There's no Qarina for your answer, right? And the second proof is that this Raf'a happens after Tawaffa. Third proof is I gave you the Sahabi saying exactly the same thing. Rafaullah Elaihi, whatever, right? So same exact wording is used,
Yeah, but
and he uses it for the Prophet
let me
sallallahu alaihi
respond, brother.
wasallam,
You cannot
referring to his
make
death.
7 points. Sir, you're making 7 points.
No,
How
I'm
do you
not
expect
making
me to deal
points.
with
I'm
7
making
of them? You're
I'm
making
giving
ishkaliping.
proof.
You did
I'm
3
giving
points, 3
proof of
points.
my
No problem. Just a second.
my point.
And let me
You
deal with
can't-
them.
you
So
can't-
first point
Don't
is I'm
interrupt
gonna
him.
say.
Don't interrupt him.
You interrupting me, yeah. So
Okay,
thank you.
just a second, Ziva. Ziva, you're getting 7 points, brother. Come on, be fair with me.
Let me finish.
So my argument is going to be.
Okay, before you go, I never gave you 7 arguments. I gave you only 1 argument with proofs, 3 proofs. That's it.
You gave me 4.
3 proofs.
You gave me 4 things to deal with. So my point
3
is
proofs.
still stands. In Surah Nisa 147, just a second. So you cannot say that Zamir, when it comes to Bal Rafa'ahu, it's going to refer to the soul for some reason magically. I'm going to repeal to the context, because the context is saying it's referred to the body, therefore it's by extension necessarily going to be referred to the body in the next verse as well. You haven't given me any cross argument to that other than appealing to the separate verses, and we can deal with that, no problem. But in this specific verse, in this specific context, it cannot mean anything else. Meanwhile, with regards to the Sahabi, the call of Sahabi represent Anas bin Malik. Okay, I can just appeal to that, the Damir who is referring to the soul of the Prophet. There's nothing in the context which makes it clarified that it's referring to the body. Okay, so I'm just going to say that. So with regards to Surah Nisa 147, there is body, the Damir is referring to the body, which is clarified from the context. Therefore, Allah Rafa'ahu Allah is also referring to the body. Therefore, Jesus was raised physically. Wherever he was raised, at least they have to concede that he was raised physically. With regards to the Asar of Sahabi, I can easily say that the Damir who was referring to the soul of the Prophet, which Allah took. So, I mean, that's the response. That's going to be a quick response. So, yeah, sure. Now I'm going to go. And nice talking to you. It was a lovely conversation. يا إخوانا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام, bro.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله يبارك فيك يا حبيبي.
Hello, I became a Muslim.
Congratulations,
Asian
bro. Mashallah. You should
You
get
guys
a
know
Muslim
me,
role.
I'm the Asian kid.
Huh? What'd you say?
Get a
I'm the
Muslim role,
Asian
bro.
kid. I broke up with my girlfriend because I became Muslim.
MashaAllah. You
Good
became
job, bro.
Muslim. Nice.
That's good, alhamdulillah.
Mashallah.
الله يبارك فيك.
Oh, my
I
bad.
know everything.
See, yeah, Ahmadino, I'm gonna just reply to whatever he said before he left, and then I'm
No,
gonna
no.
end the
Can
stream.
I
Yeah, we can talk.
I wanna but I wanna ask you a question right now.
You can. I promise you can ask me any questions.
No,
okay?
I want you to record it. I want you to record
Yeah,
it, please.
I'll
I want
record
you
it
to
as well.
this.
But let me answer him.
No, keep it. I want to do it now. That's
Yeah.
okay. Don't you can
I'm
do that, 'cause
streaming.
I was
I'm
gonna say
streaming. I
first,
want
and
to
then you
shut
avoid
off
it
the
again.
stream. Don't worry. But let me just
Okay,
respond
go ahead.
before he left.
Go ahead.
Before he left, he said the reason I'm saying that the Isa alayhi salam's body was raised is because of that verse. I'm saying it does not mean because I've mentioned many points. Summary is Allah Ta'ala is Al-Rafi. He raises believers all the time. He never raises believers with their bodies. And if it was true, then he should show such a Qarina from the Quran and Hadith, such an example. And he hasn't. The second thing he said was, the second thing I mentioned was that this Raf'a is not referring to the body. Is because in the verses before, in 355, which came before Surah Nisa, it says, Ya Isa inni mutawafika wa rafiuka, that, oh Jesus, I'll cause you to die, meaning I'll take your souls and I will raise you. This raising is happening after the Prophet Isa alayhi salam's death, right? So body is nowhere in question. That's the second thing I showed. The third thing I showed was that the Sahabi using the exact same raising, Rafaullah Elaihi, the exact same wording for the death of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because no one says that in this narration, Anas radiallahu an is saying that the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was raised to the heavens with his physical body, because whatever zamir is used here, or whatever argument is used, raising, when Allah Ta'ala raises believers towards himself, it is talking about raising. And the last thing that I want to mention is his argument was that if it says ilallah, that something is raising towards God, that direction includes samawat. It's an example of it. And I showed from another verse of the Quran that Allah, the Holy Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam said that I am going to God, Ila Rabbi. And it did not mean he was planning on flying towards the heaven. So that's the summary. You can ask me any question, bro. It's still live streaming.
Okay, you basically just repeated the same things you said. Also, one thing to know at the end, when Allah says ثُمَّ إِلَيْنَا مَرْجِعُكُمْ, does that mean that it is not towards him?
It is.
Okay.
And what is it
perfect, good
talking
job.
about? Summa ilayna marji'ukum.
That's at the end. That's you coming to God, regardless.
No,
That's
no.
not the point.
What
The
is
point
it?
is that
What is the reference
point
to?
is-
What does it mean?
Can
The
I
body?
speak? Can I speak? I let you speak. I didn't interrupt you. Can I speak, please?
Okay, go ahead.
So that proves, like, 100% that Ilahi does not. That can be both given the context. That's perfectly fine. Regardless, I wanted to ask you. You said
No.
that
Can I
Tawaffa
answer that
always
point?
means.
Let me answer.
No.
You can't just
let me
say
talk.
that.
No. Let me talk.
You can't make a
I
point
let
and
you speak.
then
I let
change
you make.
topic.
I don't know how many. You didn't let me speak.
I will
Can I
let you
speak?
speak. You just can I answer that
Is he
point,
letting me
and then you
speak?
can ask me the
Lads, is he
question.
letting me speak? I'm not gonna talk. Is he letting me speak?
Okay, go ahead. Ask. I'll answer.
Okay, thank you.
When you
Can I ask you this one simple question? It's very simple.
Yes,
It's gonna
go
take 10
ahead.
seconds. You said, I'm asking, confirming. You said Tawaffa always means the taking of the soul.
No.
Thank you. Okay, we're good here.
Okay.
So
Can I answer the other thing, please?
Can I get? Yeah.
How many questions are you asking? Okay, how many? Tell me the number.
I want to show you something, and then you can go back to whatever you're trying to say. Because I want to
Okay,
say
go
something.
ahead. Show me.
You haven't let me speak. I know that you're very, very anxious. I understand that, but just let me speak.
Okay.
You have said you've done many fallacies. You've done the falsification fallacy. You've done
Okay,
hasty
sure.
generalization fallacy. So many fallacies. Anyways, so you just proved yourself right now when you said, and let me speak, by the way. Please don't interrupt me, please. The reason that I muted you and you got so butthurt was because you kept interrupting me. So you said right now that Tawaffa does not necessitate the taking of the soul. Khalas, you're good. And then you also said that nowhere in the Quran and Hadith does it say that Rafa'ahu, when Allah Rafa'a someone, is with the body. I just showed you a Hadith regarding the Isra wal Mi'raj. I'll stream it right now so that people can see. And then you guys started speaking in whatever, I don't know, language. Regardless, we're gonna go live. We're gonna Jami' al-Tirmidhi. Here it is. I'm gonna zoom in. And Allah says, we raised him to a high station. And it's been Malik, by the way, same person who said that you're bringing for the other narration, narrated that Allah's Prophet, when I was brought up, I saw Idris in the fourth heaven. Now, the consensus of scholars, this is the hujjah, that you have to believe that it was in body and soul. The Isra wal Mi'raj is in body and soul. So Allah raised him in body and soul. Khalas, that's it. That's one example. And it's Sahih from Jami' al-Tirmidhi. And as for everything else, again, like it was very, very upsetting because I usually like to see, like, people engaging in these arguments, but unfortunately you could not address any of them, and his syllogy was actually very strong, but you're just avoiding it, and then you're looking at verses in a vacuum, and this is very weak, and it's honestly very upsetting. I like to see people engaging in arguments. I'm a seeker of truth. We all are. So that's all I want to say. Anyways, the rest of our arguments I addressed them last time, but Fadl, you can say what I want to say.
No, keep sharing this Hadith.
I sent it in the chat. I'll send it again.
Yeah, perfect. What was the first thing that you said when I was saying that? Let me answer that. I forgot that.
Oh, it was regarding when it says ثُمَّ إِلَيْنَا مَرْجِعُكُمْ.
Yeah,
and Ilayna here is obviously
yes.
referring to coming back to Allah.
Yeah, coming back to Allah.
That's just one example, just
who
off the top of my head.
It's talking about the death, after the death, that everyone returns to God.
Yeah.
Meaning
that's fine.
their souls. It's talking about the souls again.
That's not my.
Ilah is not meaning physical again. So that's the point I'm making. Okay, now the second thing is.
That's not what you said, by the way. That's not what you said. That's not what I'm referring to, and that's not what you're strawmanning my argument.
The other brother's argument was something else.
Okay,
so
that's not my argument.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
not the other brother.
No, you were supporting him, so it's fine. When me and Bini, for example, are talking, we're
you're
gonna have the
me.
same. Listen, bro. Let me finish now.
Okay. You can continue strawmanning me, but go ahead.
Yeah. And when me and Bini are talking, we have the same argument. If you have two different views, then it's your problem. I don't mind. Okay, then don't support each other in the argument. Just let him talk. Once he's gone, just you talk. One person at a time. So the second thing you mentioned is the Tawaffa thing, right? I never claimed Tawaffa means death all the time. I never claimed Tawaffa means taking of the soul all the time. right? Never claimed
Khalas, then
any
we're
of
good.
that. But your
Alhamdulillah.
friend, before he left, and you all heard, he said, Mutawafika, that refers to the death of Isa alayhi salam. It's very clear. Everyone heard this. Just an
You
Arab
can,
heard
yeah,
it.
you can hold this
Dr.
opinion. You said it's an
Loder.
opinion.
That's fine. So you're debating me on something your friend already agrees on. So you should not
No,
debate
no,
me.
no.
You
He
should
doesn't
first
agree on the same thing.
Yes, yes.
He doesn't agree in the same way that you do.
It
No,
is
no.
the same thing. Tawaffa means that because Dr. Loader and Justin Arab were debating me on text and asking me to show how Tawaffa means death. I can show that.
Yo, Justin Arab, can you mute
I-
your mic, please? Because it's echoing.
Yeah, I can show all of that. But I'm not gonna do that because there's no point right now. I'll do some other
You've
day.
done it last time and you've embarrassed
No,
yourself. Okay, like it's
I've
nothing
never
that, it's
even
nothing that you can
talked
do that'll
about
change it.
Tawaffa last time.
You did speak about Tawaffa
No,
last time.
I didn't. So no need to interrupt me.
We did. You have the recording. You said you have the
I
recording.
just can I like speak?
Yeah, I can show off that, but I don't
Dr.
want
Loader,
to.
let me answer the last hadith that he's mentioned. And then
Also,
we
you
can-
sent in the general debates, and I showed you that you're
Let me
you're
finish.
very,
Ahmadi, no, did I
dishonest,
interrupt
man.
you when you were talking? No, I did not.
No, you did not.
So
Fadal,
let's
go ahead.
Yeah. So I do not see the hadith that you mentioned. I want to show it up on the screen as well. So can you send me?
Okay, I'll send it to you so that you can stream it, so you can do whatever
Just
you want.
send it in the
Let's
chat
be
and I'll
real.
open it.
I don't
Jam'
have that.
at-Tirmidhi
You
3157.
asked me the other day what mutawaffa means or tawaffa.
Just let him do what he wants to do.
Yeah, okay. I just clarify something.
Where is it?
It's in the middle, you see.
Oh, Jami' Tirmidhi. Okay.
Jami' Tirmidhi.
And sorry, can you
See,
repeat
the
this
hadith
argument
was-
one more time? Because again, just want to make sure
So
that
it's
the
in the
argument was.
verse. Read
Yeah.
the narration.
Narrated Shayban, who is it Sahabi? From Qatada.
Just
No,
read
it's
the
not a
narration.
Sahabi. From Qatada Salaf. So Qatada is from the Tabi'un. He's saying that regarding the Allah
Okay.
saying, وَرَفَعْنَاهُ مَكَانًا عَلَيَّ. He said, Anas
Yeah.
bin Malik narrated that Allah's Prophet said, when I was brought up, I saw Idris in the fourth heaven. Yeah. So what does it prove?
Okay.
What does it prove? I agree with this. Like, there's nothing I don't disagree with.
I have a question to you.
Yes.
Do you believe that Isra wal Mi'raj was metaphorical?
We believe it was a vision of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and he met all
So
the
it was
souls.
not real?
Yes, no, it was real. It was very real, very real.
Okay.
And he met
so,
all the souls of all the
So- so-
prophets in different heavens.
So do you believe that it was physical, as in it happened, as in it was real, as in it's literal?
Like it happened, yes.
Okay. So do you believe
He's-
that he was taken up in the?
Idris ﷺ was on the fourth heaven. I agree as well. Yes.
I'm not saying this specifically. I'm
Yes.
asking you a question about the Isra wal Mi'raj here,
Mhm.
because it's relevant. The consensus of scholars is that it was a body and soul experience. It was not a metaphor.
Mhm.
Correct?
No, I don't agree with that.
No, you don't agree with that. Okay. So can you please go back to the narration, because
Go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
that's what we were that is the consensus of the scholars, and inshallah we can discuss this later. But
You need to prove that
when
there's a
the
consensus.
idea here,
And the consensus of scholars is not hujjah.
oh my days. Okay, well then nothing is hujjah, and then we don't believe in objectivity. Yani, what is this, bro?
We
Come
do.
on, bro. This is so
Quran and
embarrassing,
Hadith is
man.
hujjah, bro. This ijma of Sahaba is hujjah.
This is a
No
hadith.
one
then.
claims
This is a hadith.
ijma of
This hadith
scholars
is
is
okay.
hujjah.
No problem. This
Yeah.
hadith is hujjah, correct? It's sahih.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Okay. It's
make your
clearly
argument.
insinuating a body and soul.
I agree with this, bro. Idris alayhi salam was in the heavens, in the fourth heavens. Is he alive in the fourth heaven with his physical body? Is
That's
he-
besides the point. The
No,
point is
no.
he saw him. Can you see a soul?
Oh, yes. Yes, the Prophet ﷺ saw all the dead prophets on heaven.
Okay.
He saw
in a
Isa
it
alayhi
was a
salam
body.
and Yahya alayhi salam. He
That's
saw
not my.
Ibrahim.
Listen, you're really gish galloping. I'm being very clear here. I'm talking about the Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam. The consensus of scholars with dalail is that he was raised with his body and soul. And so this hadith clearly is saying that the Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam was raised by Allah regarding with the verse in the Quran in a sahih narration in Jami' at-Tirmidhi with his body and soul. So khalas. That's it. It's a very simple thing. Now, I'm not talking about Idris, whether he was a soul or not, or whether he was able to see the soul. That's not my problem. My contention with you here is that you said there is not a single narration or surah in the Quran or verse in the Quran that says that Rafa'ahu, or Allah doing Raf'a, is in the physical sense or with the body. And this comprehensively proves that, because we don't believe, most Muslims don't believe Muslims in general, I mean, I know you're not a Muslim by any. Muslims, I hope you know what Muslims believe, is that it is a body and soul experience. It's not metaphorical. It's very literal and very real. And so this hadith is pretty comprehensive proof.
Proof of what? Proof
Okay,
of
bro. I
what?
think we're done here, man. I think,
No,
Wallahi,
no,
I think
no,
we're done
no.
here, bro.
You never
And
made any
I'm gonna be
argument.
honest, man.
No, listen. No,
I
you're not
made the-
leaving. I'm gonna
okay.
finish and you can leave.
Lads,
Okay?
lads.
I'm gonna answer
Did I
this.
not make an argument? I want you guys to say this in the chat. Did I not make an argument right now? Did I not make like a 5-minute argument? I want them to say in the chat just so that, because there's a lot of people in the chat. There's shuhada.
There's
Not shuhada.
There's
Sorry.
they're all the same guys who curse and insult me all the time. So obviously they're gonna
Oh my-
side with you. Okay?
No,
So there's
I want okay. Say
it's like
wallahi.
asking-
Say wallahi, guys. They ahlafu on wallah that I did or didn't, because I want
Did
you guys
what?
to not lie.
You made an argument, but you never.
No,
you,
I'm
you
saying
said
to
a lot
them.
of
I'm
stuff.
saying to them.
You s-
I'm saying to them. I'm saying to them.
I'm
to
not
them,
saying you never
to
said
them.
anything. You said something.
No, relax.
But you never made an
No,
argument.
I'm saying.
I'm gonna answer
I'm
it.
telling them. Oh, Zevi,
Wallahi
you know,
did what?
I'm saying to
Okay.
them. Not you.
Abu,
I'm
put
telling
it-
them to say wallahi that I did or didn't, because I
Yeah,
don't
they
want them
said
to
it.
lie, right?
They said it already. Abu Potato, tell me in one line
Okay,
what
fine.
argument did he make? What did he prove? Raf'a means what? What did he say? In one line. Let's see.
Apple
Let's-
Potato doesn't use his mic. I'll tell you. I'll
No,
tell
no, not on the mic. He can text. How's that?
you. Okay.
Abu
Because he
Potato,
said wallahi,
you
he can
please,
write it.
Write it.
Abu Potato, text. Can you tell what argument did he make?
How can you guys say Abu Potato in a serious argument and not laugh?
Yeah, tell me the argument, guys. Just one person. Can someone tell me what was the argument? He'd mentioned the ijma. He was raised with his soul. Okay. Is that the argument you made, Ahmadino? Tell me,
That is not.
Can I
the
tell
Okay,
you?
good.
Can I tell you?
Perfect. Okay,
Can I
next
tell-
person. No, listen.
don't
Just
know if he will.
I'll let you answer this.
I think he's not understanding the entire argument. but Let
Exactly.
Justin Arab say, 'cause
Exactly.
he's-
If he's not understanding and
argument-
he's your man, he's your Sunni.
I don't know. He's not.
Then
I
how
don't,
would
I don't. I have disagreements with Abu
Sunni.
Potato, by the way.
He's Sunni,
I
bro.
disagree with
You
Abu
can
Potato.
disagree.
We
Hold
are.
on.
We
Okay,
can
just
have-
an
we
Arab.
can have-
Okay, Ahmadino, this
Okay.
is my point.
Zevi,
If he-
by the way, you're avoiding the argument.
No, let's.
Can you?
let-
Okay. How about let Justin Arab speak? Tafadhal,
Yeah,
Justin Arab.
I will
Tell
let him
what he
speak. But Justin Arab, you tell us what argument he made, right? But the point
His
I was.
argument.
That's so stupid, bro.
No, Ahmadino, one second. You can tell. Justin Arab,
Yeah,
you should mention. But
His
what I'm mentioning
argument-
is
Yeah, Zevi,
the reason I
Allah.
asked this
His
guy.
argument was a rebuttal to your point, to your claim that when Allah said that when it's told to us that Allah raises someone up, it's not physical. His argument was yes, it is physical because the Isra al Mi'raj journey was physical and the Prophet went up to the heavens. That's his argument.
So where is Raf'a used for Miraj? Tell me.
In this narration. In
Al
this
Mir-
narration.
Where does it say the Holy Prophet was taken, Raf'a raised? Raf'a was used for his
وَرَفَعْنَاهُ
raising.
مَكَانًا عَلِيًّا in the verse.
Who's Makana
It's in the
Aliyah?
Quran.
Who is this referring to? This thing, this verse.
The Rasul. Anas ibn Malik says the Rasul.
The Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam?
It says Anas ibn Malik narrated that Allah's Prophet, when I was brought up, I saw Idris in the fourth heaven.
Oh,
Like, who else is that
stop.
talking about?
Okay. I understand. Ahmadino. You're saying this verse is referring to the raising of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to the high station, which is the Miraj?
I'm saying this is what this is the
No,
apparent
he's
from
not
what Anas
saying
ibn
that.
Malik is saying.
He's not saying that.
What is
This
he
is
saying? Can
verse.
you explain to me, please?
Open this verse on your
Okay, let's
on your.
open this
I'll open it
No
for you
problem.
here.
I have, don't worry. It's in
Tell me which prophet is it talking about? Who's raising? Which prophet is
Surah
raising?
Maryam.
Just tell me. Open it.
One sec. Where's the verse number?
1957.
Okay.
Binny, सुन रहा है? वस्कर फिल किताबी इदरीस इन्नहु काना सिद्दीकन नबीयन वरफअनाहु मकानन अलैया. It is
Okay,
talking
sure.
about Idris alayhi salam.
Okay, no problem.
It is not talking about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, like, what argument are you making, bro? Come on. That's why I was saying, do people understand in this? We see. What argument are you making? One guy did not. The other guy did not again. Two people did not. And they all said
Well, it
wallahi.
still insinuates the same thing.
Bro, no, so listen, bro. Two people said wallahi. Like, seriously, bro. You're making people lie just so you can get few points for the YouTube debate. Come on.
I did not make them lie. I did not make them lie.
They said
the ones who said
Wallahi
Wallahi.
for you.
I said Wallahi if you're certain that you understand the argument that I'm making.
They do
No
not
problem.
understand, bro. That's the point I'm making, because I can't understand. And I'm debating you. So this is
no
what I'm
problem.
saying, that you never made any argument and you made this whole fuss and you asked 20 people in the VC,
No
can
problem.
you say Wallahi
Okay, no
please
problem.
write?
That still is the same thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Still means the same thing.
Go ahead.
Still means the same thing.
Explain. I'm listening.
No problem. Give me one moment.
Yes, I'm giving you 3 moments. Even Sunnis don't understand. Binni, sun rahi hai. Kya kar rahe hain? Using a verse about Idris AS and you're saying the Prophet ﷺ was raised. Come on.
Okay, that's my mistake. That's fine. I will see this mistake. No problem.
Jazakallah for accepting it at least. Rizzler, don't rizz me up with your Urdu. It won't work.
Wait, no, that doesn't mean... Regardless, he was raised to the fourth heaven, correct?
Ahmed, please make your point. I'll answer. I promise I'll answer every
No,
question.
no, I'm asking... While I'm looking at I'm just reading
You
the
can read
hadith,
first, you can understand everything, and then you can answer.
Okay, no problem.
I want to
I'm
end the
asking you,
stream soon,
was it-
please. It's been 2 hours, by
Okay,
the way.
okay. You can end it right now if you want. Was when I
No,
was
I'll
brought
just
up,
wait for
I
your
saw...
answer, so it's not cut
Okay,
in
no
the middle
problem.
of the
I'm
argument.
asking you a question while I'm doing something else. I want you to think about it. So,
I'm
was
thinking.
Idris raised to the fourth heaven?
Idris AS is in the 4th heaven, yes. Correct.
Was he raised to the fourth heaven?
Obviously, his soul was raised to 4th heaven. He's there.
I'm
right
asking you very clearly. Was he raised to the fourth heaven?
now. Yes, bro.
Okay, perfect. Good job.
So can you make the argument now?
I'm just trying to... I don't know where this hadith of the Isra al Miraj is. I can't find it for some reason. Do you know the hadith number?
Yeah, there's so many. Which one? I have one open.
Very big one.
I'll open one for you, which is this. Right here. On the night of my ascent to the heaven. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, wait. Read it. I saw Moses, who was a tall, brown, curly-haired man.
Yeah.
So, is his soul or his body tall, brown?
So you're saying all the prophets are there in the heaven with their physical body? That's
No,
your
no.
argument?
I'm asking you for this one in particular.
When you're laughing at me, you should make your point and then you should ask me. How about?
No, I'm asking you for this one.
All of them.
So
it's referring
his
to all the
soul
dead
was tall,
prophets.
brown, and curly-haired?
All the prophets' souls were in the heavens, and the Prophet ﷺ met them. But they were seen with
Zevi.
Listen, I'm quoting Ibn Kathir. Come on.
Zevi, I'm asking you a question here. I want you to understand this. Was Moses' soul tall, brown, and curly-haired?
Okay, let's assume it was his body. What's your point? And then I'll answer the
Then
whole
it
thing.
was his body.
No. Musa
Okay,
AS is there with
then
his
when
body.
he saw Idris,
Correct?
then when Rasulullah saw Idris, was that not his body?
Let's say he was with body too. Now, what's your point? All the prophets in the heavens.
Then
that
he was
met
raised
were
with his body and soul. That's exactly what it means.
So all the prophets were raised with their body and soul that he met on Isra and Miraj. Correct?
I have to read the hadith.
Okay,
I can't make
go
I'm
first
not
research.
certain,
Don't
but I'm
just,
meaning that.
But bro,
I'm saying
the things
that,
that you make. Okay, listen.
But I'm saying that.
Okay,
But I'm saying that if we can use this as a delil that the others have, unless there's something that clearly says that no, it was only their soul. So I want to read.
Okay.
I'm not done yet. I'm not.
So
making
you should go read your Sunni beliefs on this. Okay, what I'm saying is
This
exactly
is not
what
Sunni, but this
is a
Muslim
Sunni belief.
by the
No
way.
Sunni beliefs that the Musa AS, Idris AS,
Exactly.
Yahya
Why would
AS.
you use
Listen,
Buraq
let me
as
finish.
well?
Let me finish.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Idris
Go ahead.
AS, Musa AS, Ibrahim AS, Yahya AS, all these prophets that he met on Isra and Miraj were with body there. Okay, no one believes that, because that would mean that every single prophet that he met over there is with a physical body and soul there. And so all of them are alive just the way Isa alayhi salam is alive. So Isa alayhi salam is no different than all of them. Then they're also alive. Okay, but this is not the argument of Sunnis. Okay, this is very simple. So when you laugh at me, okay, when you read one word of the hadith without understanding what the view of the ulama is, or your own ulama, I'm not even saying that this is their hujjah on me, their hujjah on you. Your own ulama, what they have said,
Also
and
the
it's
hujjah
an
on me.
agreed upon belief of all the Sunnis. This is an ijma, because your ijma is not ijma, right? This is ijma, that when he met all these people, he saw their, as per the hadith, their physical description as well. He described them physically. The Prophet ﷺ described these prophets physically, but they were not there with their physical body and their soul. right? They were just.
Okay, so who did he see?
Yes, exactly.
he see?
So you should ask your ulama. You should not ask me. I cannot teach you. I can teach you if you want, right?
I'm
I-
asking you.
can-
No, no,
I-
I'm asking you.
No, no,
You haven't brought this, the
Bro,
ulama.
I can teach you what the Sunni belief is, right? But
problem.
this is not my time. I want to end the
can't-
stream.
I will not take Islamic knowledge from a kafir.
Okay, exactly. Then
when
go
you-
ask your
when
ulama before
listen,
you come debate
Okay,
me.
you've spoken for a bit. You've spoken for a good amount. You've spoken for a good
Okay,
amount.
go ahead.
Let me
Finish.
speak. When it says, I saw Moses, who was a tall, brown, curly-haired man, as if he was one of the men of Shanwa. What is this? I'll read it in Arabic. Shanwa, whatever it is. Tribe. And I saw Jesus, a man of medium height and moderate. Okay, no problem. So he saw them. What did you say?
It's Shanu'a.
Oh, Shanwa. Okay, sorry. And I don't know why this English rendering of Arabic text is kind of really, it's not very good. When you met Moses during the night of, okay, the angel be okay, no
Bro,
problem.
you can
So
read
where,
this
why
on
should
your
I?
own. Can we end the stream?
I'm reading it, but I'm saying,
Are you
okay,
gonna
I'm saying, so
respond?
when he saw Moses, did he see the soul that was tall, brown, and curly hair?
Done. I'm not answering. You make a point and then I'll answer.
Okay, khalas. Like you didn't answer the other. Like you didn't answer the other one. Like you didn't answer.
You're saying
Bro,
that
you have no answers for
Prophet
other things.
ﷺ saw his
I'm asking
physical
you a
body.
question.
He saw his physical
I'm
body. Yes
asking
or
you
no?
a question.
Just say yes or no.
What else would he be seeing? What else would he be seeing? What else would he be
So Musa
describing?
alayhi salam
What
is
else
in
would he be
heavens.
describing?
Okay, your claim is.
What else would he be describing?
Okay, your claim is Musa alayhi salam is in the heavens with physical body, correct?
My claim is that he saw Sayyidina Musa with obviously his physical features.
With physical features. But is he there with his physical body?
I'd have to check.
Exactly. Then why are you asking me if you don't know?
Because you were claiming that you know. So I want you to tell me.
I told you already that you should go and research. I'm not your teacher because you said I don't take
Okay, so
knowledge.
so you don't know either.
I do know. I know everything.
Okay, then tell me.
I don't know everything about this. Okay, the topic that I
So
come
tell me,
here.
tell me. So tell
when
me.
I come
So
to
tell me.
discuss a topic, I do research instead of just coming and getting embarrassed
No worries,
in
no worries.
front of your own.
So
Sunni brothers.
can you tell me what is the view?
You said you don't take Islamic knowledge from a kafir, and you think I'm a kafir.
No, but
so don't
you
ask
said
me.
you're gonna quote.
If you want
said
to,
you're gonna quote.
I can teach you, bro.
You said you're gonna quote them.
But I can teach you. But this
You're
is not a
not-
teaching
look,
lesson. This was a debate.
I'm not here for your own views. I'm here for the views of the scholars that you said that you have.
No,
So can you please tell me what is the view of the scholars on this specific narration?
Read Ibn Kathir's tafsir on the night
Ibn
of
Kathir is not
Miraj.
hujjah for me. I have problems with Ibn Kathir because
You can
uses
read
this idea
any
too much.
tafsir, bro. You
No
want.
problem.
You can
Okay.
read any tafsir. That's
A
the point I'm
tafsir for a
making.
hadith? Tafsir Ibn Kathir for the hadith?
No, for the Quranic verse because
Okay,
Miraj
okay.
is in Quran
I'm
as
asking
well.
about this narration.
Quran is
I'm
in
asking
the-
about this narration.
Miraj is in Quran as well. Ibn Kathir
I
has
have-
written it in
I
his
fully
tafsir as well.
agree.
And he's quoted these
No problem, no
ahadith.
problem.
Listen, let me finish. He's quoted these ahadith just like other mufassirun have quoted these ahadith about Miraj. And they have explained their view.
Okay.
Do you want me to teach that to you? Yes or no?
Okay, no. I want you to
Exactly,
quote them
you don't
because
want me
said
to
that
teach. So can you make
No,
your
no,
point?
I don't want your
What was
opinion.
the
I
point
want
that
you to
you were
quote them.
making? This,
I want you
bro,
to
come
quote
on,
them.
come on. We were in this hadith.
No, you
we went
said-
from this hadith
Yes.
to the Miraj hadith. Can you finish your point that you started here?
Yes, this one is raising in the physical body because he saw him.
So Idris alayhi salam was raised with physical body to heaven, correct?
He's there in his physical body.
He's alive just like Isa alayhi salam is alive, correct?
Why not? Let's say that's what the hadith apparently.
Oh,
that's
okay.
What the apparent,
This is your claim, yes or no? That's what I'm asking.
This is what the hadith is insinuating.
Insinuating. So that's your claim that you were taking that opinion that Isa alayhi salam, Idris alayhi salam is alive just like Isa alayhi salam in the heavens with his physical body?
No, he's in his physical body there. And it's referencing this narration and saying that he saw him.
Okay. And Musa alayhi salam is also alive in the heavens with his physical body?
I'm speaking about this narration.
This
Can
one.
you please speak about this narration?
This one as well.
I'm saying that he saw his physical features, correct?
Who saw and whose features? The Prophet ﷺ saw whose features in physical features?
Can you please go to the other narration?
Okay.
Okay. So whose features did the Prophet ﷺ, whose features did he see?
Musa alayhi salam and other prophets. He also saw Isa
Okay,
alayhi salam's
and
physical
what did he
features
describe
and
him as?
Yahya alayhi salam's physical features and other prophets, yes.
Okay, so what did he see?
Bro, don't play this game of asking questions. Can you make your point? Is your point that Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, Idris alayhi salam, all of them are in the heavens with their physical body
I'm
alive?
asking you a question. I don't know why you can't answer the question. What did he see?
That he was a tall, brown, curly man, yes.
So he saw what?
That he was a tall, brown, curly hair man.
So what would that mean? His soul's tall, brown, curly hair?
Bro, I can answer you. I can teach you your Aqidah. But can you tell me what your opinion is right now?
No, I want you to tell me. What does that mean?
The Prophet ﷺ, this whole Miraj thing is a vision of the Prophet ﷺ while he was sleeping in Kaaba. It's in Hadith, right? So when he saw this vision, he saw this physical descriptions of all these prophets.
The
in the
consensus
heavens.
of the scholars is that it was
The
physical,
consensus
and
of
he wrote in the
scholar is
Quran in a
also that
physical
he saw
sense.
some.
Okay.
There's no consensus of scholar on
Okay, can you
what
please tell me what does it
consensus
say?
means.
What does it say? What does it say?
Bro,
I saw
you
Moses,
don't
who was
even
a tall,
know
brown,
your own
curly-haired
belief.
man.
Come on, why are you
What does this
debating
mean?
this?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is
I don't
Isa
know.
alayhi
Okay,
salam,
so tell me, what
Idris
is
alayhi
it?
salam, Musa alayhi salam alive in
Zevi?
heavens with physical body? Yes or no? That's it.
Zevi, I'm asking. Why are you avoiding my question? I asked you this question a long time ago. Can you
I
tell
have
me
answered it.
if he saw Moses? What did he see from Moses?
I have answered this. He saw the Prophet ﷺ, this whole Miraj is a vision of the Prophet ﷺ. Can I give you proof? I can give you proof. There's a hadith, bunch of them.
No. That's not what I'm arguing, because it's a consensus view that it was in his body and it was in his soul. Can you please tell me what did he see in Moses?
In a vision that people are seen with the physical
It's not a vision.
descriptions.
It's not a
It is
vision.
a vision.
What did he
This
see?
is my
So
claim.
it's
This is my claim.
so it's metaphorical. It's not real. So it's not real.
Vision is real.
So it's
Who told
not
you?
real. It's
Bro,
not
it is
literal.
Kashf. You know what is a kashf? Do you know?
I know what a kashf is.
Yes. Kashf.
So
It
can you
is
please
real.
tell me
It happened
what
in reality.
the consensus of the scholars is that this is in his body and his soul. Can you
Okay.
please
So
tell me?
was Musa alayhi
I
salam
want
with
you to
body and
ask.
soul? Okay.
Why are you avoiding this question? Why are you avoiding the question?
What?
When he saw Moses, what did he see?
I'm telling you my belief. My belief is that Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, all these prophets
La
are
ilaha
seen.
illallah. I'm asking you about this narration. What did it say?
I'm
What did it
talking
say?
about this narration as well, bro. Like there's a longer narration than this, where he talks about physical descriptions of other prophets.
No problem.
So
okay, that's fine.
I'm saying all of those prophets, when Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw them in the Miraj, he saw this was a whole vision, and in visions, dead people and dead prophets and dead saints and other dead people are seen with their physical descriptions. That's completely normal. The Prophet ﷺ saw many visions in which he saw this physical descriptions of people that had died already.
What is the physical description?
The physical description that he was a tall brown man with curly hair.
What is a physical description? What is it of describing?
I don't know, bro. Just make your point. I need to end the stream.
Oh my god. What is the physical description describing?
Can I ask a question?
In vision, souls can have physical descriptions. It's normal. You know that.
This is not a vision. It's a literal body and soul.
I'm telling you,
Can you please tell me what did he see?
Then we need
what
to
was
debate
he
if it's a
physically
vision
describing?
or not.
What was he physically describing?
Look, we can debate if it was a vision or not. That's a different topic. I'm telling you my belief.
I'm not talking about. That's not up for debate. That's not up for debate. It was a physical in his body, in his soul. Can you please tell me what was the physical attribute describing?
Do not redeem it. I'm sorry.
Loader,
Okay,
your mic is
what are you
on.
saying, Dr. Loader?
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Imam al-Shafi'i, you want me to ask him about, one second, Zevi. What did you say? Before he leaves, could you ask him how he says it's physical off the top of my head? Okay, yeah. There's all of them say that. He says, Imam al-Shafi'i says, in the same way that the Prophet ﷺ, Isa ascended to the heavens at Allah's command, he will also return to earth at Allah's command and will enforce Islamic justice. People whose faith is weak may not regard this as possible, but is an easy matter after recognizing the might of Allah. And this is Imam al-Shafi'i, who is Hujjah for me, by the way. I am a Shafi'i. So, that's, yeah.
Can you answer the question I've asked?
Pretty clear.
Your argument is that Idris alayhi salam, Yahya alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam.
No, I haven't made an argument. I haven't made an argument yet.
So, okay, then make an argument. Let's finish
I'm asking you a simple question.
Your argument was this.
Yes. My argument is that Idris alayhi salam, when he saw him, he saw his physical features, as in he was describing his body.
The physical
as in
features
he was
of
in
Idris
heaven in his body. Now, can you please go back?
Show me physical features of Idris alayhi salam mentioned in the hadith. Show me.
By the way, this is an argument from silence. You're negating it just because it's not there. That's really stupid. Can you please go back? I have dalail that he was described. Now, can you please go back to the other one?
Show me.
Dalail is the narrations where he describes the other prophets.
No.
Can you go
show
to
me
the
Idris
other
alayhi salam
narration?
described.
Go to the other narration. Go to the other narration, please. Go to the other narration. I want you to answer that. You have.
I'll go there. I'll go there.
You said you're gonna end the stream 2 hours. You can't answer this one question. What was he physically describing?
You can't answer. You're saying Isa alayhi salam is alive, just like Prophet Musa alayhi salam is alive, just like Idris alayhi salam is alive, just like Yahya alayhi salam.
I did not say they
this
were
is your
alive.
argument. No, this is your
when
argument.
did I say they were alive?
Say wallahi, this is
when
not
did I
your
say they were
argument.
alive?
Say wallahi,
when did I
this is
say
not
they
your
were alive?
argument.
Zevi, when did I say they were alive? I want you to tell me, when did I say they were alive?
You're saying that they exist with the physical body in heaven.
I said that he was describing their physical bodies. Can you go back and please show me that he was not describing their physical bodies?
You're saying that he is alive, yes or no?
La ilaha illallah. Zevi, I did not say that. Can you please go back?
So if he's there with his physical body,
can you please go back?
Listen,
Can you please go
I'm
back to
asking
the
you a question.
narration?
You need to answer. I've answered all
Okay,
your
no,
questions.
no. We're not gonna play this game, by the way.
We're
You
gonna
avoided
play
maybe
the same
so
game
many of
you're
my questions,
playing.
and now you're telling me I have to answer yours. Can you answer the basic question? When he describes physical
Okay,
features, what is he
you talk,
describing?
you talk, and then I'll talk. Okay, let's not
Okay,
talk on each other.
Zevi, I want you to. This is a one-word answer. When he's describing physical features and attributes of someone, what is he describing?
Physical features.
Okay, physical features of what? What is he describing?
I have answered
Of
this
some-
question. Vinny, मैं इसको answer कर देता हूँ. One last time for everyone.
It's one
else.
word, one word.
Everyone
It's
else.
one word. Can you
The
tell me
Prophet
what?
ﷺ saw these prophets, their souls, in a vision.
Okay.
And when you see,
what is he describing? What
in
is
a vision,
the
when
thing
you
that
see
he
that
is
shh,
describing?
shh, shh. I'm talking. Listen. So when in a vision, when you see dead people, you see their physical description as well. That's completely normal. If you don't know this, then you should go and take basic Aqidah classes from your sheikh or whatever. Okay? Don't come here debate people without knowing this basic stuff. Second thing is, if the Prophet ﷺ is describing their physical body as per Ahmadi Ho, everyone should know that. Musa AS, Isa AS, Yahya AS, Ibrahim, Idris, all of those AS, they were there in the heaven with their physical body. And just like Isa AS is there with his physical body and he's alive, based on that, that means all those other prophets
I
are
did
also
not
alive.
say that they were alive.
No,
I
you're
did
not
not say
saying.
that they
No,
were alive.
listen, I'm not saying that you said that. Listen.
Okay, good. So
Don't
you said as
interrupt me.
per
That's
me.
why
Don't play
which
the
is a
fucking
straw
fooling
man.
with me, Nagesh.
Yo,
Don't
relax,
interrupt
relax.
me. Don't interrupt. So I'm
Who is this
finishing a
guy?
point.
Yo, don't let him.
So I'm finishing a point. So don't interrupt, right? So Ahmadi
Okay,
Ho's point
you
is.
you haven't answered anything I said, by the way.
One second. So Ahmadi Ho's point.
Yo, what are you doing, bro? Like, what is this?
One second, bro. Let me talk.
Relax. Look, listen. How about you
One second,
be
let me finish.
respectful? Because I know that you're
I'm being
agitated. I know that
respectful.
you're agitated. I know that you're agitated. I know that you can't answer a simple question. Can you
It's
answer
okay.
the question? Simple.
Again, you're interrupting. Everyone can see this, so it's fine. So I'm gonna finish my point, which I'm gonna start again from the beginning. The Ahmadiyya belief is, and
Zevi,
it is proven from the Quran.
Zevi. For the love of Allah.
I'm gonna finish.
For the love of Allah. I know you don't love Allah because you're a
Don't
Catholic.
interrupt me.
Can you answer the question, please?
Don't interrupt me, and you won't
Okay,
have to ask.
you
again.
are ceding the point that they are physically.
I'm answering the
there.
question.
You're ceding the point. No, you're ceding it. You're ceding it because you're not answering my
One
question.
second.
You're
I am
ceding it
answering
because you're
the
avoiding it.
I'm answering the question. Listen.
And
So
just like you ceded the syllogism that the guy made,
one
you're
second.
ceding this as well. Tell them.
No, one second. Ahmadi Ho's point, the question he's asking is, how did the Holy Prophet ﷺ see physical descriptions if they were only souls? My answer was this.
No, that wasn't my answer. That wasn't what I'm saying.
One second.
You're strawmanning me.
One second. You can answer whatever you want after it's your turn.
Okay, so you're lying, basically.
Grow up, bro. You need to know how to discuss with people and let other people
Habibi,
talk. It's not
Habibi,
respectful
Habibi.
to interject. It's not respectful.
Look,
So
look,
have some
Okay,
akhlaq.
I think
Look,
you
look,
guys have strayed
Zevi,
away from the argument.
You are
Can we
gish
come
galloping.
back to it?
You are not. You're
Dr.
avoiding
Lori,
the
can you
question.
tell him
Everyone could
to
see that.
stop?
It's a one-word answer. What is he physically describing?
I'm gonna answer. Just stop.
Answer to them.
So
I want you to answer the question.
Ahmadi Ho's-
Answer the question.
Listen. Ahmadi Ho's point is that how did the Holy Prophet ﷺ see physical descriptions of those people, but you were saying that he's only looking at the souls. My answer was that this Miraj is the vision of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and it is proven from the Quran and Hadith that the Prophet ﷺ saw this whole vision while he was sleeping in Kaaba on the night. And he saw this whole vision where he goes to the heaven and he meets with all these prophets and he sees their souls as per the narration of Aisha radiallahu anh, Muawiyah radiallahu anh, and as explained by Ibn Kasir, for example, and probably others would have explained as well. So he saw souls of prophets. And then now the next question Ahmadi would ask is, and he did ask before, was how can you see souls of the prophets and you're describing them as physical descriptions, that he was a brown man, he had curly hair, he was tall. How can that happen? My answer was, this is completely normal in visions. If you go and read any Aqidah book of what visions are, how the scholars have seen visions and described dead people, and how the Sahaba, the Prophet ﷺ himself has seen visions, and he has described dead people and he's not looking at the physical description, so he's not meeting those people physically in those visions, but he's still describing those people as how they looked when they were there in the earth, right? So it's completely normal for him to describe that, right? So that's my answer. No, listen, let me I'm not finished. So this is my answer. And then the counter question that I asked Ahmadi was, Okay, so if you're
You haven't
arguing,
answered the question. You haven't answered the question.
it's fine. Let me
Don't
finish.
tell me to
You don't let me.
Don't tell me to. Don't tell me to be quiet when you're
Be
literally
respectful.
being
You need to
rodent.
learn
You're
how
avoiding
to.
my
You
question.
need to learn how to discuss with people without interjecting. This is the 5th time you have interjected me on this one simple question that I'm answering. So don't do that again. So I have explained how souls of the prophets can be seen in a vision with the physical description. And this is completely normal. The Prophet ﷺ this is not the first time he has described it. I can bring countless ahadith where the Prophet ﷺ has seen visions where he saw dead people and he's interacted with them. The scholars of Islam, Shah, you can name any, basically have seen visions where they've met dead people and described them physically as well with the physical descriptions. So it's completely normal. The next question was...
Are you done?
No. Again, you're interrupting. So the next thing was for Ahmadinho to answer, because now Ahmadinho's point was that since Musa AS, Isa AS, these prophets were seen with the physical descriptions, their Prophet described their physical description in the heavens, it means they're physically present there with the physical earthly bodies. No person claims that about any of those people. No Sunni scholar claims that. So he's making up an Aqidah on the go, just like the fatwa shoppers do. Anyways, so the third point is, this is completely normal. So Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, Idris alayhi salam, Yahya alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam, they're not in heaven alive or just with their physical body as well. If they are, Ahmadinho, you need to tell what do you believe. How did the Prophet ﷺ see the physical description if they're not present in the heaven with their physical bodies, just like Isa alayhi salam, meaning alive?
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, so when I speak now, you're going to be quiet. So what Zevi has just done right now, he's simply avoided the entire thing that I was saying. He said something is, oh, it's a vision, Madri-ish. No, it's not. Here, as Ibn Kathir, by the way, which you keep quoting, he says here, Isra Mi'raj was part of body and soul. Khalas, done deal. So it was his body and soul, and he saw him. What did he see?
Whose body
What did
and
he
soul?
see? What was he? I'm not asking a question. I'm not asking a question. Zevi, be quiet. Be quiet like a good boy, okay? Let me teach you. No. So
That's wild.
Ibn Kathir, what does he say? He says, if the Isra were in sleep, no doubt it would not astonish the people of Mecca, as they would not accuse him of lying, and some of the new Muslims would not become apostates. A person consists of a body and a soul. Allah the Almighty says, what means the sight of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, they're not sight, and was not, okay, this is the ayah, and says sight is a part of body, not the soul. So it was obviously body and soul, not just a vision, heka, random. So, sorry, my is talking to me. So it was in what, as we see here, it was in body and soul. This is the consensus of scholars. I don't know why he's arguing this point. This is very stupid. Secondly, I asked him a very basic question. I said, when the Rasul saw the physical features and descriptions of Sayyidina Musa, what was he seeing? Obviously his body. Not like not what's it called? Oh yeah, his soul had a physical description. This is really embarrassing. Anyways, I honestly don't know what else he said. I don't know. I'm making up aqidah or scholars. They see this. It's not a vision, first of all. Like his whole thing hinged on, in visions you can see descriptions of souls. Yeah, I don't disagree, but this is not a vision. I disagree that it's a vision. I disagree holistically it's a vision. So and that's basically what his whole argument hinged upon. And again, it's just a big gish gallop what he said. Very big gish gallop. I asked him this question. It's been since maybe 11:50 to almost half an hour, and he will not respond. So very simple. The Isra Miraj was physical. He saw them. He saw their features. And anyways, on top of all this, it says when it mentions him being in the heavens, it mentions him being raised to the heavens. Hold on, that's it. You were saying in last time, anyways, you were saying that, okay, well, Rafa'ahu is not in this sense, and it means spiritually and not in a place or makan or whatever. And you tried to use Imam al-Razi, who comprehensively refuted you and said, no, actually, this is actually with his soul and his body. And so, Yani, all you've said is kind of pointless because your whole argument hinged on, oh, it's actually a vision. No, this is the consensus of scholars, not. So, Yani, Yeah, of course, Allah has not seen the Lord. Of course, Allah has not seen the Allah. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has not seen Allah. Anyways, yeah, Hajj. I want you to answer this question now, as you've been avoiding it the whole time. Can you please tell me what physical description did he see? What was he physically describing?
The prophets.
What of the prophets?
But bro, are you done? You spoke for
No, I'm not
20
done.
minutes.
This
and
is
you
part.
went
No,
to three
no,
different
no.
topics.
I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want.
Imam
I can do whatever I
Razi.
want. I can do whatever I want.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
can do whatever I
Then
want.
finish your point.
I
and
want
then
you to answer
I'll
this
talk.
question, and I'm gonna continue talking.
I'll talk.
What was he physically describing?
You can talk and then I'll talk.
What was he physically describing? And then I'm gonna continue talking because I can keep talking as much as I want.
Yeah, you can talk. No one's stopping.
What was he physically describing?
Go ahead and talk, bro. Once
I
you're
asked you.
finished, I'll talk.
I asked you a question.
Because
No,
you
I
haven't
want you to
answered
answer this
anything.
because you're avoiding
You've
it.
never answered. You're not answered a single
Okay,
thing.
here's the thing. Look, you're avoiding the question because you know it refutes you. So do you see that do you see this point? Okay, no problem. Khalas. That's
Done?
it. Simple. No. I'm not. You can speak only when you want to answer this question. So can you please tell me what was he describing? What was the physical features that he was describing? You can type it in the chat. You can say something. I want you to answer this question. I want you to say it in like one sentence, please.
It's getting boring, bro. Come on, make your point. Fast.
I'm asking you a question.
It's getting boring, bro. I know you've been
I'm asking you the
talking.
question.
You didn't know what Hadith was mentioning.
my
It was
days.
mentioning the raising of Muhammad sallam or
Yeah,
Idris
I
alayhi
see
salam.
it. I see it. I have no issues. I'm not someone who's proud. I have no problem seeing that I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Now I'm asking you a question. Imam Bukhari, rahmatullah, is narrated from Abdullah ibn Abbas. The
Make
meaning
your
of the
point,
word
then I'll talk.
ru'ya in this verse, if the ru'ya was actual eyewitness account, it was an actual eyewitness account, was
AJ, can you
shown to
help Ahmadin
Rasulullah.
ho? And can you explain?
I'm
is
just
Musa
reading it
alayhi
because he wants me
salam?
to read it.
Yeah, you
So
can read it.
can you please?
You can read.
No. Zevi, be quiet. I'm still talking. You're not allowed to speak until you answer the question.
Okay.
Answer the question.
Go ahead.
Answer the question with one sentence. I don't want you to gallop as you did and you say, oh, it was a vision or and you don't bring any sources. Can you please tell me what was he describing? You're gonna stay silent, Kenny? That's it? You see the point, Kenny? That you're wrong?
Once you're done, bro, let me know and then I'll
Okay.
talk. I don't want to interrupt.
Okay, Zevi. I'm giving you the chance to speak and then I'm gonna continue speaking. What is he describing?
क्विक बिनी ये चैट में पूछी जरा इनसे सवाल जो मैंने कॉपी किया ये कॉपी पेस्ट कर ली जल्दी से
Copy paste या नहीं
Yo.
बिनी कॉपी
Okay, so why aren't you answering the question? Why?
Ahmadin,
What is the problem with this?
once you're done and
I
once you're
asked
done
you- I
answering
asked
my
you. No,
question
no.
you should answer my question.
I answered
And
the question.
I've
It's not a
answered
vision
your-
because
no,
the
I
scholars
have
that
answered.
body and soul. Therefore, it's not a vision. Therefore, he didn't
I'm
receive
gonna end
visions of the
stream-
souls.
I'm
He
gonna end
saw
stream in
them.
5
He saw
minutes.
them.
The
So
Prof-
there you go. Khalas.
The Prophet
You
sallallahu alaihi
are
wasallam.
seeding. Look. Don't speak over me. Don't speak over me.
Okay, go.
You don't have the right to speak anymore because you're not answering the question. Once you answer, you can speak. Once you answer, you can speak. Okay? And as Al-Bukhari noted,
By the way, guys,
Ibn Abbas,
check my screen
radiyallahu anhu.
for all the hadiths.
Look. Can you please answer the question?
Bini, I'm sending these ahadiths in the chat that talk about this
How about,
Miraj to
listen,
be the
you're not
vision.
answering the question. This is so funny, bro. I've read these narrations. I've dealt with these because Christians have come and told me, oh, it's not a miracle. It's not a miracle. It was in a sleep. It was a vision. I've been through these
Vision?
narrations before you, bro. Don't even
Vision?
worry, man. Listen, it's not a vision. It's not a dream. It was an experience in which he actually saw them. Actually, eyewitness account.
In
This
vision,
is the point. This
in
is the
vision,
ijma.
you actually
you
see people as
please-
well. You actually see
Zevi, don't
people.
interrupt me. Zevi, don't interrupt me. Zevi,
Okay.
don't interrupt me.
Sure.
I want you. You're allowed to speak when
I'm
you
ending
answer
in
the
5
question.
minutes, so you make your point, bro.
Answer the question.
Because I'm gonna
Why
go.
you
Zevi,
mute me? I don't understand.
Because
Why
the thing
you
is, I'm gonna go
Zevi,
off. Yeah,
Zevi,
one
answer
second.
the question. Zevi, answer the question. Bini Bidmash, don't speak. You're not allowed to speak. Zevi, when you can speak if you answer the question, please. Yeah, you're muted because I'm speaking to him. I muted other people when they were talking
were muting him
Zevi.
as well.
because he's interrupting me. I'm telling him you cannot speak until you answer the question.
Why? You have not been
Because he's
answering
not.
the
He's
question.
avoiding it. Benny.
Why doing this?
Benny.
Why doing?
Benny.
Yes.
Can you answer? What did he physically describe?
About what?
नहीं बिनी कुछ ना करी मेरे कहने दे.
Okay. See, look at this, bro.
No, but what?
Can you please tell me what did he describe? Yo, so please do not, Yani. Please, let's not be racist, Yani. We're just gonna wait here, Yani.
By the way, guys, here is Ibn Kasir mentioning that he met the souls of the
Yeah,
prophets.
okay. Here's the funny thing,
ثم
Zevi, as
لقى
well.
أرواح الأنبياء.
Zevi. You do this a lot, by the way. Notice how you took one sentence. Remember the actual when you sent those scans of dictionary saying that mutawaffa means death, and all it said was it literally means took or to fulfill.
I
You're
never said
very
that.
you're a big liar.
I never
You know that, by
claimed
the way.
Tawaffa
You're a big
means
liar.
only that. Haha.
No. When you, I'm not saying that. Look, Zevi, you're literally your comprehension level is to the max right now. You
Guys,
cannot.
by the
It's
way,
insane.
look at Ahmadi
Listen, can you
going
please-
against Ibn Kasir, and Ibn Kasir here is
I'm
saying
not
ثم
going against
لقى
Ibn
أرواح
Kathir. Look.
الأنبياء. That he saw the souls
Okay.
of the prophets. Now, Ahmadinho's point is Musa AS is there with his physical body in heaven, which is
Listen.
physical bodies cannot go to heaven first
Ibn
of all,
Abbas.
right?
Ibn
So
Abbas
if you guys
listen,
believe,
Zevi,
No, listen.
Zevi. When I'm speaking, I told you can't speak until you answer the question. Can you please answer the question? When you answer the question, you can speak, okay?
so
Can you answer
guys,
the question, please?
you guys see him muting me. This is on the
Can
stream.
you answer the question?
This is on the stream. He saw the souls. Ibn Kasir
Yeah,
is saying
yeah,
he saw
yeah.
the souls. Was
Can
it
you-
wrong? All right.
Can you answer the question?
I answered.
Can you? I'm
He
not
saw the
worried about
souls.
this. We can
He saw the
move on
souls.
towards it.
He saw the souls.
We can move on towards
He
it.
saw the souls I've
We
mentioned
can move on
20
towards
times.
it.
I'm not going to mention again.
Can you please tell me
He saw the
what was he
souls.
describing?
Saw the souls.
What was he
He's describing
What
the
was he
souls.
describing? The souls have hair?
Ibn Kasir said that. Ask him.
La ilaha illallah. I'm asking you.
Ask
Regarding
him.
the narration.
Ibn Kasir, he's your scholar.
I'm
I'm a
literally told you
kafir.
Ibn Kathir is
I'm a
not
kafir
hujjah
as
for
per
me.
you. So Ibn Kasir is a Muslim,
Ibn
big, huge
Kathir
scholar. The one
is
of the
not
top
hujjah for
mufassir.
me.
You should
Ibn
ask him.
Kathir can have an opinion that I don't agree with. Just like he said that Paul is a
Exactly.
messenger,
And I have the
I don't
opinion
agree
of
with
Ibn Kasir. There's
So-
nothing wrong with having an
so
opinion that's
you're not a
already
Muslim, you said.
Ibn Kasir has.
Secondly,
Ibn
and that's not what
if you
I'm saying.
don't care what Ibn Kasir says, then why do you care if what I say? Tell me.
The majority of scholars of the opinion that he was taken up with his body and soul while awake.
Why did Ibn Kasir say that he saw the souls of the prophets?
This is Ibn Kathir. I'm not saying
No.
this. I'm asking you
Okay,
what is he describing?
Ahmadino, are you saying? Okay, let me understand. You're
No.
saying.
Look.
I'm gonna- I
You're being
answered.
so slippery.
I've
Can you
answered.
please
I've
tell me
answered.
why you're not answering the question
I've
in one
answered.
word?
The
It's
answer
one
is
word.
he
What
saw
is?
the souls of
It's
the
one
prophets.
thing.
He saw the souls of the
No.
prophets. What
no.
did he saw? He
Souls
saw the
don't
souls
have
of the prophets.
Souls have hair? Do souls have hair?
Yes. Souls can be
Souls have
seen
hair.
with physical descriptions. Yes, 100% in a vision.
What was he physically
In fi-
describing of the souls? What was he?
Ibn
what was he
Kasir saw the
describing?
souls. Ibn
Ibn Kathir saw the souls.
I'll give you an
Ibn
answer.
Kathir, or you're stuttering now. You're stuttering.
I'm not
Can you please answer the
stuttering.
question? You're stuttering. You're
The
misspeaking. You're rambling on.
scholars. Okay,
Yeah,
listen.
I know. Ibn Kathir
If
says.
I bring in 10 scholars saying that he
Yeah.
saw the souls of the prophets, 10
I
big
know,
scholars,
Look.
would
Give
you
me one. Zavi, can you be quiet? Can you be quiet? Stop barking. Okay.
barking?
What was? Can
This
you be
is
quiet?
this is
Fine,
the
be quiet.
akhlaq of the
Yes, this is the
Sunnis
akhlaq
who
of
learned
me
from
dealing
the
with the
Prophet
kafir,
sallallahu
yes.
alaihi wasallam.
أشداء على الكفار.
This is
This is in the Quran. Be quiet.
This is
Be quiet,
okay.
be
So
quiet.
with
Let me
kuffar,
speak.
you should
Let me
have bad
speak.
akhlaq. So the
Let me
Prophet
speak.
sallam had bad akhlaq with
No,
Jews.
I didn't say that. I said
No, this is
Ashidda,
what you said.
Ashidda. And by the way, I'm describing what you're doing right now.
you said. Is this
La
how
ilaha
you talk
illallah.
to kuffar? This the
Zabi,
Prophet.
okay, look. You're interrupting me, and then you're going to be like, oh, why did you mute me? Okay? Can you please answer the question? What he saw the soul of the Prophet that had hair? The tall soul?
I'm gonna answer, but I need just 10 seconds.
No.
Don't interrupt.
You're gonna answer one question because it's one
yes,
word.
souls
It's one
can be
word.
seen.
It's literally
Yes,
one word.
souls can be seen with their
I
physical
agree with you.
descriptions. Yes.
I agree with you. But a soul has a physical feature?
Souls can be seen. With
A
their
soul has a physical
descriptions.
feature.
So I
A
answered this.
soul has a physical feature, Zevi.
It's AJ is tagging me. AJ,
I'm telling you.
I know what it
A
says.
soul has a physical
My
feature.
point is that the scholars
A
agree
soul is physical?
that your scholar.
A
One
soul is
second.
physical.
AJ, let me answer AJ. Okay, let me answer AJ. AJ,
No.
I agree.
You're gonna answer me because you keep avoiding
I'm
this
gonna
question.
go
It's
to
almost
other VC and I'm gonna
12:30,
answer AJ.
And you haven't answered the question.
I'm gonna answer AJ. I'm gonna go to the other stream.
No,
Guys,
you're not. Look.
get on
You
the
are
stream.
so slimy, and you are such a
You
terrible debater.
you can
Can you
make
answer the question?
any
Answer the
attacks you
question.
want. You can make any attacks
I'm
you want.
asking you a
Guys, come
question,
here on
big
the
man.
stream. Okay, shh, 1 second. Guys, come here on the stream. I'm gonna answer AJ. Just listen for 1 second.
No.
Assalamu
I
alaikum.
want.
So my point is this before I end, because these guys cannot let you talk. They're gonna use the mute power because this is what happens every single time you go to their servers. This is what they do. So this is normal and we're used to it. The guy's point was that the Musa alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam, and other prophets are in the heavens with their physical body, all of them. And this is against the opinion of every single scholar to date. No one believes that other than Isa alayhi salam, any of the other prophets are in the heavens right now. No one. But even though they also believe, majority of the scholars, which I agree and which I don't have any problem with, the majority agree that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam flew to the sky, to the heavens with his physical body. Yet he still saw the souls of the other prophets and not their bodies. This is the opinion. So they all agree. The majority of them agree that it was he was raised physically, that the Prophet ﷺ was raised physically, but they don't disagree with the point that I mentioned, that he only saw the souls of the prophets. Like Ibn Kasir here is saying, Summa laga arwahul anbiya, that after that he saw the souls of the prophets, even though right before he's mentioning that the Prophet ﷺ was raised with his physical body to the heavens, yet he saw the souls of the other prophets. So watch these Sunni people change their views and make up another new opinion after 1400 years that no one has ever claimed, that Musa alayhi salam is alive in the heavens with his physical body. Isa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam is alive in the heavens with physical body, and all the other prophets. Imagine. So we went in the beginning of this debate, we started with asking them proof that why is Isa alayhi salam is alive in the heavens with a physical body. Then they went straight to proving that not just Isa alayhi salam, every single prophet that's in the heavens that has passed away, that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw on Miraj, was seen there with his physical body, is existing there with his physical body. Oh, by the way, he said, I'm not claiming they're alive. So basically, they're all there with this physical body, but they're not alive. I have no idea what that means. They're there with their physical body, they're interacting with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam with their physical body, but they're not alive, they're dead. So I want you guys to understand this. So he wouldn't let me speak there, so I came here, outside the stream, outside the server. But here is the summary. So Jazakallah guys for joining. You can see the whole, but basically the summary is we went and asked proof how Isa alayhi salam is alive. The guy I was supposed to discuss with, he in mid discussion, he had no knowledge of the whole thing, even though he was the one challenging me. He left and he said, I don't want to talk anymore. You can talk to someone else. We talked to someone else. That guy's point, I answered every single thing. Basically, he was saying that since Isa alayhi salam was raised to the heavens with physical body, because the Quran says Rafaullah Elaihi, I showed him other verses of the Quran and the Hadith where the same exact word is used, and he was quiet after that. After a lot of back and forth, when I showed him, because I was saving it for the end, he got quiet and he had no answer. And then the third guy came and he started debating. And he started debating this whole, I don't know, he claimed that in the Hadith, this Hadith, this is talking about raising of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This verse is talking about the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is not. And then from there, because he had to save face, he had to switch the topic and said, all the prophets are alive in the heaven with physical bodies, the one that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw on Miraj. So I just want to end the stream here. Jazakallah for joining. Assalamu alaikum.